We should be locked in now. We should be talking about nothing else. We locked in now. Now we locked in. We should be locked in now. We should be talking about nothing else. We locked in now. Now we locked in.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, we live. We are live. We back. Week 5. Well, we're going into week 6 now. Talking Texas sports. And we're here at One Bites over here in Duncanville. Old Greedy. Everybody come. We got a couple guests in the building. We had some fans pop up from Havoc Nation in there. Give it up to Havoc Nation over there.
Shout out to Havoc, man. I didn't pick y'all yet this year, and y'all still came to the show, man. That's love, man. Shout out to Havoc.
Hey, they came straight from the parade. Shout out to the Mighty DeSoto Eagles out there. They having homecoming this week.
Okay.
Man, we got plenty to talk about, y'all. It was an exciting week 5. If you paid attention, you saw all the different games going across the state everywhere this weekend. Capping at night with that 8U game between two 8U powerhouses, which ended up being, it lived up to what it was. Game of the week out in East Texas. We had some in the 12U division with Texarkana and Sting. They ended up being a 21-26 game, which shaped up to be a real good game, which we knew it would be. We talked about it all last week. But man, let's go on and get into it.
You gotta do your introductions. You got a special guest.
He's not a guest. He just showed up.
I mean, I just wanted to show my face, talk a little bit. Great game of the week this week, so I want to talk about it a little bit.
So for the folks that don't know you,
I'm Coach T. I coach at the 7U Bills. Been coaching almost 8 years now, so y'all see me around.
all right, man. Well,
if y'all ain't already know, come on in. Come on over to One Bites, man. They serving drinks, serving food right now. we're going to be here for a little while. We got a lot to talk about. We got director of officials coming in. Jap, he'll be here in just a minute. You actually, he don't ref with, he ain't refing right now. He refs in the spring, but he's one of the officials also. He can give you a little perspective from a coaching official standpoint, and we're gonna have a couple other people popping on through, man. But let's go on and get into it. Do we want to talk? We want to we're talking about the video real fast.
We're gonna recap the game of the week. Yes.
All right, which one we going off of? We had a couple.
I think we're gonna get to the main show, man. We got Pac Prime versus Havoc. We got Havoc in the house. Let's show the recap of. This isn't a full recap of the first half of the game. I'm gonna let you take it
So
away.
what did you guys see in the game? Who were some of those players?
You know Coach Irv gonna jump in. First off, Coach Irv back in the building, as always. Always your team mom's favorite co-host. Don't ever get that twisted. But the atmosphere was electric. I was firsthand in the action, watched it all from pretty much almost start to finish. But hey, that was an action-packed game. Saw a lot of great things happen. Saw some not so great things, but we'll get into that later. For the most part, guess what? We saw two powerhouses battle it out on both sides of the ball.
So what do you think about that Havoc defense, man? We've seen them, basically those are consistently probably the two best teams in that 8U division in Texas sports right now. And they've only
two of the best.
Two of the best.
Party Boys are sitting right there too.
Well, no, I'm not. I mean, they've played the Party Boys and they played Pac Prime, so they've played the whole top half. And I think in those two games where they've only given up 21 points, what are we looking at? 21 points total in two games versus the best two teams in the league. What does that say about the defense and the athletes that they have over there?
I think Havoc's D-line is great. I mean, if you look at it, the D-line play controls a lot of stuff, and I think Havoc has just continued to just keep coaching, keep doing what they're doing. I mean, when playoffs come, we always say it every year. Something happens every year. It doesn't matter. It hadn't been a year that we're going into year 7 right now of playoffs, and every year somebody gets popped that somebody might not expect to get popped or whatever. Especially when you're heavy like that at the top, when you have 3 and 4 teams that can really any day of the week can beat the other one. You know what I'm saying? So.
I don't know, man.
There go, Jeff.
Okay, we got Jeff coming through.
To be honest, when you speak of Havoc's defense, if you really look at that, this past game this weekend, the points came from defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pick six.
What was it? Pick six?
Pick six. So, to speak on the defense, of course, their defense is stout. I mean, they basically have the ability to break a game wide open.
Exactly.
If you really look at it.
Exactly. I mean, like you said, the defense is what it is right now. I think that's the identity of what Havoc ain't is their defense.
What I like about them, and even in the highlights that we're showing up here, most of those plays are gang tackles. So where a lot of the teams at the top are depending on star athletes to play over and above, they're getting the most out of their full unit. Like, you have a star player. Number 22 is probably the star of that defensive line.
22, 21, Kane.
But you got to add all those into that conversation when you're talking about that group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, hey, man,
Now you got to even go further, but you're talking about Pac Prime, who ended up did win the game. Hell of a job by Coach Lenny and his crew too.
No doubt. Shout out to Coach Lenny.
Shout out, had faced some adversity, just like Havoc did, and they ended up made the one more play. And that's really what it was.
Exactly.
I know it had a little controversial thing about the getting in the end zone at the end. It was a touchdown. And getting it, but it was close. It was close. Now, once again, we ain't got the. It was close. It was close, y'all. Everybody, y'all, it's on the same video y'all looked at.
go.
All you gotta do is crack it. All you gotta do is crack the line.
Touchdown. We can show you.
Hey,
See, that's
the live audience is here.
the great thing about that is the awesome thing about having a live audience. I love a live audience because guess what? We can't go back and change anything. The final score is 7-6. You get what I'm saying? So there is no replay in Little League. Guess what? but they will see each other again.
Definitely.
If things stand the way that they are, they will see each other again.
Now,
and guess what? We're not going to leave it in the hands of anybody to guess whether or not it was a touchdown, extra point, or whatever you want to call it.
What I heard, he broke
We
the
got new
plane
technology
anyway.
coming in the playoffs.
I heard the ball broke the plane.
That's all you got to do.
That's
right?
all you got to do.
Yeah.
All you need is the point of the ball.
Any point.
Hey, we got the head of officials in the building with us. We're going to let him introduce himself. We're going to clap him in. Come on, introduce yourself to him.
I'm Jap, head of officials over Texas Sports. I've been with Texas Sports like 4 years,
Something like that. 4, 5
something like
years,
that.
somewhere up in there.
So I'm over all your referees. So all the questions and videos I get sent to me. We talked about that play, and the referee is assured that he made a great call. The other 2 referees backed him up. All you need is the ball point.
And go to what he's saying, we're gonna get in depth into we'll do some Q&As.
Yeah.
We're gonna get in depth here later on into the show. We're gonna definitely go because I think it's we definitely not about to act, sit here and act like everything is perfect and everything is great.
We're not gonna
but
do
we
that.
are gonna keep it real on both sides of the fence tonight too. And we're gonna touch on a little bit of everything. We definitely want y'all to interact with us on here too and be able to ask questions. We'll try to answer those. When we get to that point, make sure you put the questions in there. I'll make sure I read them off and let these guys, because actually we do got Irv actually officiates.
And you asked to start
T
coming
actually
down the
officiates. So we have different guys that, they're not officiating right now, but they're officials, so they're going to be able to give you that different point of view. But where we going to transition on into? I want to make sure I'm on
Well,
point today.
we
so.
have to talk about the heroes of the week because
Let's roll into it.
Yes.
so Pac Prime, they changed their offense.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about those changes with Davis.
Well, Lil Nevin, obviously, he got
Yeah.
played number 23 for Pac. Nevin
Speedy.
who's always been that kid that does a little bit of everything for them. But with him going now back to running back and receiver and wherever else they move him around the field, being the athlete guy, man, we actually got to see a different side of him
exactly.
versus just taking the snaps and and doing his thing there.
Facilitating. You know what? What I see, him being in a position to be in the different positions now, it really opens up their offense, to be honest. And they're a little more deadly, in my opinion, with him being able to move around now. So
They are.
I mean, hey, you gotta give him kudos for even, the kid being skillful enough to be able to play the different positions and know what it is to do.
I will say this about Lenny. That was a tight game. A lot of coaches, especially if they had installed a new offense, something that was kind of radically different than what they were doing last year, would have turned around. They would have went back to their old game plan to make sure they won that game. He stuck with that game plan, whether it was going to be a win or loss, and it turned out well for him. And that's just a testament to him as a coach and being able to stick with his gut.
Yeah.
Nah, he did a great job, and they got tight at the end, though.
It was very tight.
They got tight at the end. All that. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I ain't
It would be
official.
easy to go Aiden number
So
one.
stop. Every time y'all think a play is done wrong, don't look at me and say, I ain't the ref. I can't go in there and change it. I can't say, no, okay, I might have saw hold it, but that don't mean nothing. I can't do nothing about it. We gonna let it's guys on the field, and you gotta let them do their job. Okay, so please don't do that to me. Let me go and watch the game like y'all. If we see something that that's impacting the game on the sidelines, all those things, then I'll discuss it with y'all. But other than that, let's don't do that every time no more, man, because it's getting crazy, man.
And also, I gotta let y'all know this. We're not instant replay. I'm part of the grass on the field.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? My mom taught me never to interfere with a black man getting his money. So don't come out here telling me to stop the stream and snitch on the ref mid-game, and I can't be a part of that. Y'all gonna have to use the screen record and do your own banter. But anyway, man, what's the next segment we got?
Well, shout out to did we get the drip of the week, man? The drip of the week, we posted
That was our
it.
hero.
We
Now-
posted it yesterday. Everybody, hey, shout out to everybody who put their kids on there. I think it was a ton of kids nominated. So, but we went with all the flag babies. We had a kid from the OTE Panthers down in Corpus. We had a kid from Texarkana Canes out out of our East Texas Conference, and then the Oak Cliff Titans 5U flag player. We got over 1,000 something votes on that thing, and I believe the Titans player won it by like 2 or 3.
Dakota Hart.
Dakota Hart. So shout out to him.
OC Titans getting it done.
Shout out to him. So what we'll be doing is we'll be inboxing y'all, getting your contact info, and Twan with Hero will be getting y'all some gear, some stuff for that. So shout out to Dakota for getting that. Shout out to Nevin. I know Twan's already got with y'all and getting y'all taken care of. So, you know, everybody, we go drop them usually on Sundays, early Mondays, the drip of the weeks. Drop them out there. We want to see what y'all are doing, what y'all kids are looking like. You know, put all that stuff out there. And just, you know, you got to comment, put the kids' info, and share it. That's all you got to do to be in it.
As Coach Primetime say, hey, you look good, you play good, okay?
Definitely.
Look good, you play good. So it matters to the kids. And it matters to us.
Yeah.
Drip of the week. It matters.
I think I'm looking good in my new drip, man.
Hey, man, look at you draped out.
Well,
Look at you.
Now it's official. I'm now a part of Illuminati.
So, man, let's go on and get into we're going to our picks. We're going to go into our, what we're going into?
Well, Coach Irv, yeah.
I don't have my pad.
You're fine.
Or his pad.
Yes, Coach Irv actually was able to gather some cheer clips for us.
Matter of fact, I was. Hey, man, like I said, the atmosphere out there at the Pac Prime Havoc game was electric. And me, I'm not partial to the boys. I mean, I love the boys. Don't get it twisted. But I love our little queens, too, that we raising. So I'm going to always show some love to the cheer side. And that's what I do. So I took an opportunity. I think our first one up is going to be Havoc, correct? We got Havoc.
So we got Havoc cheer in there?
We got, I got a clip of Havoc. Y'all know I show love wherever I am. I'm going to show love for the kids.
Oh, they getting love on the street.
You get what I'm saying? So I got Havoc up first. They did a little routine for him. I think we're going to get it up on the clip.
So everybody, this is a contest. So the way that you vote is you vote either A or B. If you vote for video A, just drop it in the comments. If you vote for video B, just drop it in the comments. So
okay, and it's somewhat of a battle. So, hey, it's not over. You thought it was over
When is the official
Saturday.
stop time for voting? Because we had that problem today. When is the cutoff time?
I say we should run it until the next show.
All right.
We're going to
that's
run it
on you.
until the next show. Our producer has spoken.
We counting
First up is going to be Havoc. Havoc with their cheer battle towards Pac Prime from Saturday.
Get back, don't step to us. Get back, don't step to us. Period. Cause Havoc's the name and you know what we bout. So stop all that talking, keep our names out your mouth. Havoc, cheer.
Just a little
We're going to let you slide right here.
Oh, we don't
You
give
can
you a
see
chair.
it up there, matter of fact.
We doing you like the coach. You
Oh,
got
never
a
mind.
Tell us
chair.
a little bit about. Tell us a little bit about what
So
your girl.
you want me to be real with you?
Yeah, be real.
I was standing in for the 8U coach. I coach 11 and 12.
Oh, so you were filling in for the day.
But correct. But they always come with it.
Look how we did. Look.
But I'm gonna say
dope,
this
dope.
though, my girl's gonna represent wherever, whenever. Period.
That's
you
what
can put
I'm
us to the test,
talking
and that's what it
about.
is. We're going to national.
So hold on,
Okay.
before you get out of here, so you telling me y'all ready for October 23rd at Mansfield High School?
Love for cheer, baby, but we still ratchet.
Love it.
Hey. You see what Coach Irv gets himself into? That's why I'm not just on the boys' side. Say, I'll go fool with you because they rowdy. I
We
like
got the
that.
Pac Prime coach
I
over here
like
now saying it
that.
definitely wasn't a battle. We didn't say it was.
Not
Y'all
a
might
battle
say
per
battle.
se
Y'all
like
say
that. This is
It's not a
a
real
small
battle.
contest.
You gotta get the lingo right with
You
this
know,
dance and
look,
cheer.
I'm about to say, don't get it from the mess
obviously,
with the battle.
say Coach Irv is not here to cause any
It was
drama.
an exhibition.
It was an exhibition thing. We're trying to engage all sides here, okay? We would love for cheer to be a part of this show as well. It's not just catered to the boys, okay? That's all we're saying.
Well, go ahead and give a shout out to the cheer directors, man. Why don't we have a cheer segment weekly on the show?
I mean,
Because my cheer directors will be ready to roll next week. They are
Next week.
They are extremely busy right now getting everything together for October 23rd at Mansfield High School, the UIFL National Cheer Competition. So, like, literally, they are really doing a lot of stuff right now. So they'll probably be in next week that talk a lot about it. We're going to have a special guest coming that we're going to have an interview with, which will be the head coach of Xavier University, cheer. So
okay.
he is going to be one of our guest judges at the cheer competition.
Okay.
So he definitely will be doing an interview with him. Well, they'll be doing an interview with him, and the ladies will be in the building next weekend. So they're going to be, I promise you, go see the cheer. And hopefully we'll get some cheer coaches to come in here.
Man,
We're going to be right here.
Hey man, his plug game is getting strong, Dana. That's about 5 plugs right there.
Hey, we're gonna keep on doing it too.
we
We're
got
gonna
a
keep on
sponsor.
doing
We
it.
need to drop Hero real quick.
We're gonna
Hero.
keep on doing it.
So we got Pack Prime.
So
Hey,
Pack
we
Prime
got-
is up.
We got Pack Prime coming up now. Hey,
Okay.
as again,
That's B.
this is gonna be B. You're gonna be voting for B if you think that
said- he
Pack Prime
said-
was better on the competition.
And don't forget to tag someone else so that they can vote too.
Yes, do
Yeah.
not forget to tag someone so that they can vote as well. A for Havoc, B for Pack Prime. Okay? The clip should be coming up for Pack Prime.
Unite, shot, yelling like I want one. Unite, shot, yelling like I want one. Now let's get loud for the black and gold. Now let's get loud for the black and gold. Black and gold. Black and gold. Black and gold. Whoa, let's go.
It's not all removed.
It's in the box.
Well, we were talking about some stuff a little bit early, so
Hey, are we ready to slide on into it? Producer, where are we going? We're gonna keep on sliding until we don't have the iPad today.
all right.
Yeah, so
I know you sent notes.
Yeah, we have a quick interview for one of our players with Coach Irv, and then from there, if you guys want to start dropping your questions, your referee questions, I think we already have one.
Yes, we do. The one about the cut block.
One about
We
cut
are
blocks.
aware of your question,
Okay.
ma'am.
Miss Mayberry.
We
Miss
are
Mayberry, I
totally
promise
on your
we're gonna get
question.
to
We
it.
are not running from any of that.
We
Just give
said
us time. We got you. I promise.
We're gonna get to that portion.
Okay, so let's
We got
check
a lot
out
of
this
interaction. Good
interview,
vote.
and then when we come back, go ahead and start dropping your questions now, and we'll start to choose those.
We are live here at Irvin Nimitz Field, Irvin, Texas, with
Big Row
Big Row in the house. Hey, Big Row, tell them who you play for.
for Urban Ballers,
Really, what age level?
10U.
10U. And what was the result of the game today?
It was like a good game, but my team needs to step it up. Like
Step it up a little, even though y'all won 28-0,
27.
27-0. Who was your opponent today?
It was 99.
99. You were lined up in front of him
and
mostly,
52.
and y'all played the Triple D Buckeyes, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want to ask you a question. What position do you play on the offensive side?
Right.
Right. What? Guard.
Right guard.
You play right guard, and from my understanding, Coach told me you had an outstanding day today. He kept your stats. He said you had at least 7 to 8 pancakes. Is that what you pride yourself on?
Yes, sir.
Well, I just want you to know, Coach Irv, the number one thing I look for on a team is the trenches. And when I see outstanding play in the trenches, that catches my attention. And Big Row put in work today, y'all. Y'all hear me? He put in work today. Can I look forward to seeing you possibly in the All-Star game?
Yes, sir.
All right, All-Star. Hey, Big Row, signing off. Irvin Ballers 10U. Keep a lookout for him. My guy.
All right, y'all. Hey, we finally to the segment that y'all all waiting for. y'all done sent me videos. Y'all done sent, all these questions and all this different stuff. So drop your questions right here. We have a couple already, but go ahead, drop your questions right here. We'll try to, if y'all can we can kind of pay attention in here and make sure we ask a couple of those. But once again, we got Jap in the building. And Jap, man, we really just want to go on and talk about, because, we got people asking, like, is it a running clock or not?
Yeah.
Is it,
Well, let's get right to it.
it depends on what level you're talking about.
Correct.
It's different things. I think, be honest with you, some of the stuff I still think majority of our team don't even know that flag is now 100 yards.
Exactly. Right.
Because I get it every week. Oh, done it's done 80
Let's
yards no
talk
more.
about that.
No, we had a rules meeting
Have they even
in
read
July.
the rules? Let's start there. Coach Irv has a major problem. Y'all read everything on Facebook, but you won't read your rule book. I got a problem with that. For real, though. And then you want it so eloquently put on the book. It's eloquently written in the rule book.
And where
Stop
can they find the
asking
rule book?
us if you haven't taken the time to read the rule book.
TexasSports.info.
TexasSports.info.
Oh, now they're gonna have
It works. It works.
As a coach, I keep a.
All right, hey, hold on. But we have a question right here, and I want to ask this. This says, how does a ref on the, and this is perception wise, this is what they're assuming happens.
Right.
How does a ref on the opposite side of the field overturn a call for a ref that actually sees the hold in the call? And this is a parent asking this, so I want you to know how the ref saw the call.
Paper
And how do you know what that ref saw or said or whatever? But can a ref from the opposite side, we're going right, opposite side ref, can he overturn a call to that side, even though it's not his zone or whatever?
If the call has to do with safety and that other referee is out of position, we have refs that trail the play. And if he is trailing the play and if he see an infraction happening, he's going to call it. He's supposed to. So the play of or the talk about he can't make that call, yes he can. If he is trailing the play and he sees the infraction going down, he's going to make that call. Because if the ball player, one ref, and you got to take for granted, there's only 3 referees out there.
Yeah.
So we use a 3-man mechanics. We got to watch each other's back. You know, a lot of people don't understand that.
I'm sorry, these people crazy. Yeah. Hey, Irv's sick of y'all. He's sick of y'all right now. But you know what? That's why I had to bring the camera back over here. Y'all got my boy sick of this stuff right now.
But you know what? To talk about what Irv's saying, the biggest thing and the biggest issue we have is probably 75% of the coaches do not know the rules. A lot of these coaches don't know what size ball to use. Every game I had to correct the ball because they got the wrong size ball. They don't know it's 100 yards. They don't know we didn't change the penalties on the flag level.
To what? 5 yards. Unless what?
They don't know that.
When does it go over 5 yards,
It's
Jeff?
a personal foul.
Thank you.
So
if it's a holding penalty, what is it in flag? If it's a holding penalty,
it's still a 5
yards.
Everything is 5 except for personal foul.
We get this every week. We get this. It's the same things every week. It's in the rules.
It's in the rule books.
So now we did have a thing that was brought up, which is a very valid question about overall football knowledge. So I'm not talking about a rule specific to Texas sports, but overall football knowledge.
We talking about football knowledge with people who spent 3 years on JV? That what we doing?
So when we talk about that, now I will say it has been both. We have seen some officials that just didn't know something. We've never shied away from saying, everything is great, everything is gravy, and it's not nobody else's problem that it's 13, 14 fields running. That's on Texas sports to manage that. So have we gone through different crews? Have we brought in different ones? Are we continuing to bring in different crews?
Every week we're filtering.
Yes.
Every year we're filtering.
Yes.
We're trying to get the best out there. You know, the thing is because Texas sports is so competitive, it's hard to get refs because some of these coaches that don't know the rules, and the first thing they do is they run to Facebook. And these referees see that and they get turned away.
Yeah.
One of your biggest things for a ref is I do not want to come and if I make a bad call, all of a sudden I'm finna go viral because I made a bad call. Now, if we in turn said, well, let's post every bad play these coaches call.
Every
Can I jump in?
Hey, chill out.
You know, last week I was pretty adamant about how I felt about the attack of the officials. I'm not saying all officials are correct. I'm not saying that they get it right. I could never say that because I would be wrong if I did. But by the same token, us being able to be critical of the referees, we can be critical of the coaches too. Because guess what? Some of y'all put some piss poor schemes out there. Won't get a corner help when you know he getting beat by a receiver that's 2 feet taller than him. But see, I can speak to that.
Or if you
But then you're gonna blame the ref because he didn't call what you thought was pass interference, and all the kid did was reached up and caught the ball and beat you.
Ooh, good question.
But see, y'all don't want to hear that part. I can analyze all of y'all scheme, offensive and defensive, and your special teams, because y'all don't use that either.
Also,
if you really want to talk about it.
We on the refs though, y'all. We on the refs.
Well, this is the last one though. Hey, if you got over 5 fumble snaps, man, stop going out of shotgun. We trying to see a game, man. Parents are paid to get here.
Right back over here. We got this ain't a coaching show.
Tired of that, man.
This ain't about coaches tonight.
What we got now?
Can't snap.
Because this is a question now. I really want to touch on these little crazy questions. Can a ref tell a coach they can't ask them a question? You know what? Yes, he only talking to the head coach.
Dang.
He can't tell a coach that because you have 4 or 5 other coaches talking to him, and he ain't got to talk to them.
How about you get behind the white?
It's a head.
That's the rule. How about you get behind the white? Get behind the white. Get behind the white and let the head coach talk to him.
I ain't scared
And
of
then
none of
we'll
y'all.
have a problem. We won't have no problems.
Oh my God, boy, y'all got my boy on something, man. Y'all got my boy. But you know what? I think you're gonna get what you want now. I mean, I think everybody's gonna get what they want as far as with the officials. When I say that, you're asking for it to be black and white. You're asking for it to be this and this and this. They're probably gonna give you those things, and now you're gonna have to do those things even more so than what you've been doing. And even from a standpoint of us as directors, we're gonna be out there early. We're coming out there earlier this week. We're at all the fields already. We're gonna be out there early this week, and we're gonna make sure all these things are in place. So just understand when you ask for all these things, you go get everything that you want on these things, which is nothing wrong with that.
I think what
you want a
they're
black and white,
asking us to
we'll
do-
go black and white.
What
and
they're
we'll just
really
do it all the
asking
way.
us to do is micromanage, something we were trying not to do.
And to touch on that, can a coach talk to a referee? And most referees will talk to a coach, but as soon as they start getting the explanation and it's something they don't want to hear, then they walk off on the referee. So at that point in time, we didn't cut ties. Only time that we're going to conversate is when you burn that time out, you know, and then we'll talk about it. And there's not no extensive talk, you know. So I mean, it's yes, you can talk, and some refs won't talk to you, you know. That's not.
It's not mandatory.
It's
that
not
they
against the
talk.
rules.
It's not.
Dan Zanvia, boy, how somebody on here with a fake account asking questions? Boy, get off here. Hey, we keep getting this question about cut blocking. So can you explain cut blocking real fast? 'Cause we've had a couple fans.
Okay, on the cut blocking, is it illegal? Yes and no. Cut blocking is legal on the initial contact in the tackle box. That's your initial contact. Outside of the tackle box, it is illegal on offense and defense, period. You cannot cut block. If a player jumps in the air and the blocker takes his leg, that cut block foul is out the window because he jumped in the air. Defensive backs cannot come up and take the legs of pulling guards. Running backs blocking. You cannot do that. So the only time that you can cut is in the initial contact, block below the waist. You cannot two-man somebody. What I mean by two-man, I can't hold Dana up and another person come take his leg. That is against the rules. So no, you cannot cut block unless it's the initial contact inside the tackle box.
Miss Mayberry. If something outside of what our official just explained is happening, then it needs to be brought to the head coach's attention to be brought to the referee. Okay? Are we clear? I don't want to seem like I'm egregious or aggressive toward anybody because I'm not. I just want some clarity, and I want us to get past this. This problem exists everywhere. I believe we have the best officials that we could have right now.
I just say, man, hey, Irv is on edge, man. He's from Oak Cliff, America, and y'all almost ran down on him. He don't really like that, man. So we trying to get this clear today.
I don't want nobody running down on nobody. It's rest in peace, Mike Hickman, for me.
Oh.
You understand? So guess what? I'm going to uphold what I said I'm going to uphold. And that just is what it is.
Y'all said no blocking, period.
So you want to reiterate that again?
See
what the rule is?
But we go by UIL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if UIL says that, and we go by initial contact.
Yeah.
So that
Initial
means a
contact
lineman
lineman. So he can't run, a linebacker can't run and come take your
legs out.
legs out. You
But,
know? But again, too, a lot of people need to realize how far that tackle box goes up.
So a lineman can cut block a linebacker. It has to be an initial block.
That's initial block.
So if he's coming straight forward, it's going to be a straight So it can't be I'm
He has
engaging
to
and
go
then I
from
move
his
down.
stand. He has to go from his stance
Down to a
to
cut
a
block.
cut.
Thank you.
Okay.
He cannot run and then cut.
So
he has
cannot
to
make
be from
a
the
fit.
stance to
So
the cut.
So what I mean by initial, I can't run into Dana, then come get you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
my interpretation of this is coming out of my 3-point stand. If my initial cut
Right there.
is there, I'm good.
Yep.
Any other football move outside of that first is a no-go.
Yeah.
So you can't do a combo block and try to cut a linebacker scraping across.
No,
Just for clarification.
And me, myself, personally, I would like to see no one cut blocking, period. Because these are kids and they got a lot of football to play. And I don't think we should be teaching kids blocking below the waist.
Nope.
At all.
And a lot of
that's just my
concussions happen
opinion.
that way.
Yeah. And they put this rule into place this year because of safety. Safety for the kids. And believe me, that's just like the targeting rule, the flagrant hit rule. It's going to get more and more where you're going to see more rules being put in place every season. And I hear this all the time where coach tell me, well, that's not football. Well, that's not football when you played. It's different now. These kids now, even at a young age, are investments. Whether they're investments to this college or they're investments to their family. And don't nobody want to see their kid hurt from illegal block or a dirty block, you know. So I have got with every referee, I put it out there, make sure we watching for it. Coaches, all I do is that you ask, that you talk to the ref. Even if you bring it up before the coin is tossed, with that other coach there, okay, can we not cut block? Discuss it then. Communication is the
If they
key,
both
man.
come to an agreement, will the refs support them in that, or is it going to be?
There's no cut blocking period, so they're not gonna support that.
We have another question.
No, I mean like come to agreement. They don't want
So
to.
this one is actually from Bullet Academy, Terrence Bullet. He says, so can you cut within the tackle box? That's the UIL rules.
That's the UIL rule, the initial contact. He is correct. That is the UIL rule. Within the tackle box, your initial contact, you can cut. Outside of that, you can't.
All right.
So from Bullet, you are right. So, and it so happens that the lady asking the question, Miss Mayberry and Bullet, play this weekend.
in the Texas Sports Game of the Week.
And then you got right. We got another question right here. It asks, can you flinch at the O-line in an attempt to get them to jump as long as you don't cross the neutral zone, which is 1 yard?
Well, no, if you don't cross it.
If you
It's curved.
okay, if you,
Don King Curry.
if you actually stab at the line and that player gets up to defend himself, they're gonna call
Encroachment.
they're gonna call you being
Simulated.
offsides.
Yes.
or
correct.
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Because
It's
he's getting up.
encroachment is what it is. It's encroachment.
Yeah.
You cannot, you're almost as if you're
They're allowed to
simulating a
defend
snap.
themselves.
And they can defend them. Encroachment.
They have the right to defend.
Offsides on the defense, 5 yards.
Or you just
Result of the play, whether it's a first down or not, 5 yards in force.
or you just teach them what I do. I tell Drip, if you're gonna jump off sides, do it full speed, homie.
Full speed.
Now,
And face the person.
we got another question that's sliding here. They say, guys, y'all getting kind of into the weeds. You said, how can we improve the basics for the reps? How can we just make sure that they're knowing the basic stuff? And what are some of the protocols that some of these guys go? Because I mean, I see a lot of TASO reps right now. but what are some of the things that y'all referees
Well,
go
actually,
through?
what we're doing, we are getting more TASO. And just to be honestly speaking, a lot of TASO refs will not come over here. And that's because of the coaches.
Say that one more time
let's
for me,
be honest.
Jeff. I want you to say that into the camera one more time because guess what? Coach Irv got some new referees on tap. But guess what? It's certain places they won't even go.
Hey, and
I'm speaking the truth to you.
And he really is, because we sit in these
I
meetings
gets
every
down for this.
week. We
For real. But y'all not hearing it. Y'all not hearing it. Tell them again, Jeff, why they won't come.
So every year at the end of the last snap, state championship game, we start recruiting in as far as trying to get new refs, trying to train refs. Brought a new ref in, got all this new gear. Just using it for example. One spring game, he did not come back. This is a spring game, the organization was on this referee so much with the parents and the coaches, this ref decided, you know what, this is not for me. So let me tell you what's happening. For our Texas sports, for all our leagues that cater to mostly our people, these outside leagues, the Saginaw League, they're coming to get these experienced refs.
Paying them more.
They coming to get them, and they taking them. And I've been given an opportunity to leave many times. And what the referees are saying is, and this is a conversation, you talk to Corey Stewart. He sat across and said, Jap, I don't want to deal with the issues that y'all deal with every week. When I ref outside y'all, I don't have nobody running on the field.
Man.
I don't have to explain every call.
Oof.
I'm not being called, nobody's yelling profanity at me as they walk off the field.
Tabernacle.
Even the team moms.
You're really getting ratchet.
I mean, it's to the point. It's to the point where some of these people act like the referees don't have no boundaries that I can just say anything to him. And that's further from the truth. You get refs out there that they are brand new, and once they get in that environment, how people acting, they clam up and don't call nothing because they don't want to put themselves in a situation.
It is a cumulative.
That's a real.
Effect.
Y'all know my boy got the dictionary. Hey, he got every word in the dictionary.
Get your thesaurus out. Get your thesaurus out. Get your thesaurus out. You understand? It's cumulative effect on the field. That play in the first quarter, when you was all on Coach back, affected that play in the fourth quarter when you broke free and he decided to see the holding that time. Y'all ain't thought about that, right? You ain't thought about that at all, right? At all. It happens. So, man, let the officials do their job, man. It's little league football. Ain't no scholarships given out on Saturday. None.
I will be honest about this, and this is something I talk to a lot of coaches and league leadership about when I get a chance. Whether you realize it or not, youth football is one of the few things in America where black people own the means of production. Meaning that
Tabernacle.
I'm just saying, think about anything in America. Where do we own the best? We don't own Nike. I don't own Adidas. But we own youth football, and it's only so many of these incidences that are going to let us happen. And with all this NIL money, it's only a matter of time for them folks up north see all this money and decide to come get them a piece. And then y'all not going to be complaining to Dana. Y'all going to be complaining to somebody who don't live in your community and that you never see. So we all need to make strides to make sure that we keep control of what we've created.
I have a flag question. It's more simple. In flag, is a penalty a new, fresh first down?
It depends on what the penalty is. Can a penalty give you a first down? Yes, it can. Only penalty that give you an automatic first down, depending on what the change is a personal foul. Or if it's holding on a receiver,
holding, yeah.
Defensive holding. Yeah. You know, so you can get a first down from a flag.
And I know we've kind of touched on a lot of stuff with the rules and with coaching and with different things, but I think kind of what you're hitting on, like as a group as a whole, I think everybody has. I mean, the communication's got to get better.
Yeah.
And I think we've got to have a little bit more respect for each other. I think from the get-go, that's really where it comes from.
Yes.
If somebody messes up one time, we're ready to hang them. Or if they mess up for that second time, and I understand. Now, this is the difference. A lot of these games are crucial. A lot of these games are national impacting games. Or, you know, we went down from 8 to 6 now in the playoffs. We're not taking 8 no more. We're taking 6. So I know every game does matter. Every point does matter, you know, at this point in a lot of divisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely understand, you know, I'm gonna go from the coach's perspective too. They put a lot of hours in this thing.
Right.
They're transporting kids, they're putting hours on film, you know, pretty much working their second and third job with this. and then they come out there on Saturday and they expect to have, a fair chance and different things like that. So, and we definitely, nobody's sitting back here not trying to give anybody that. We're trying to make sure everybody has what they need to have and what they pay for. But we do have a process. We have a game day sheet that I've received 5, and we're in week 6.
That's unacceptable.
I've received 5.
And how many teams do you have in the league?
More than 5.
And I mean, even with that, with your field director, you don't see the people out there,
And I think great point, because that is the other person who can communicate with the officials.
Yes.
That's the first diffuser. Think about that. That field director is the first diffuser for the official.
And the sideline, understand, the field director is not there to try to change a call.
That's not what they're there for.
And I think we get caught up in that too. You're there for your sidelines, and you're there if it's any questions from the other side, anything like that. Or if a director's there and we have to talk about it, that's what the field director is there for. The game day sheet, which is out there. We go through this every time, and every time we have some things with the officials and this and that, you want to tell me, you want to call me and send me, well, this official was horrible, this official was horrible. Where your sheet?
Get eloquent on the sheet.
Put the sheet in there, so when we have that, we give it to him.
Give it to me.
And he can say, hey, I had such and such over here. This is what was witnessed by both parties. They were doing this and this, and we can try to fix it. We have things in place. And we need you to, we need it when it's good and when it's bad. You can't just do it when this guy messes up, because guess what? When it's playoff time, we don't have no official problems. Because we know you're going to have 4 refs at all the games, you're going to have all the best, and they're all going to be right there. So playoffs ain't the issue. It's going to be getting to the playoffs. So understand, use your game day sheet. And that's everybody. Turn it in, submit it, give it to us. That's the way we get better with the officials. That's the way we do what we have to do on the administrative side. The thing is in place, so please use that. Will that fix everything? No, but will it help? Yes, it's going to help tremendously, because it just gives us more than somebody calling me in the middle of a game. Dan, you got to come over here and fix this. No, we can't. There's nothing. There's nothing immediately we can do. You know what I'm saying? So just we really want y'all to understand that we have to have that.
And then too, Dana, also don't get it misunderstood. It is some great coaches out there. It is some great coaches, great kids, great talent. I love being on the field. Give me the most anticipated game. I'm there. And when it's crazy, because when the coaches see me coming, they say, uh-oh, here we go. And I'm going to try to make the best call I can. Are we perfect? No, we not perfect. And if you're looking for perfection, I don't care if you're on a middle school, high school, college, pro level, you're not going to get it. NFL has instant replay, and they still miss calls with 9 referees on the field. So you're expecting 3 referees to do it all day long. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
I want to chime in right there, Jeff, because I have something I want you as the head of officials to take some note of, and I want you to help me with this. A lot of times we have, and I'm not just pro official, I'm finna get on the officials just so you'll know. After the quarter, you change ends. It is no decision whether both sides to say we're gonna stay right here. See, officials, that's an opportunity for you guys to get together and kind of understand what you got going on. Is this a chippy game? Is it not a chippy game? Walk the field. That's when it's time for you to communicate. And then you can start to identify the problems we have on both sidelines so that it doesn't linger on during the game. I do this, so I understand. I'm more so apt to officiate basketball, but I'm probably one of the most teching referees out there, because I'm going to tech you. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. I don't have no problem with that. I have a problem when the official won't drop the flag.
Exactly.
I have a problem with that. Y'all be way out of line with these officials, and they still act like they y'all homeboys and won't drop the flag. I got a problem with that. So, to that point, Jap, let them know, look, I mean, and maybe it's because they feel some type of way, like it's some type of pressure on them. This is what we've allowed it to come to. Coach Irv got a problem with that. We got to fix that. Everybody's got to fix that.
Now, one of the coaches, they want to know, can we make the game day sheets more available at the field. So can we make it a requirement so that the field
It's 'cause
directors
it's not
have it
digital. They
readily
can't voice
available
text
at the field?
The game day sheets, I will put them in the president's groups again, but the game day sheets should just be printed out, or and brought to the field. And however many games you're hosting that day, that's how many game day sheets you should have. Whoever the field director is should be able to have those sheets readily available, and let's do it. If we have to get some more printed out for ourselves when we hit the fields, but you should gotta understand it's 13 fields. So it ain't gonna be 13 people at all
So that's
13
the
fields
reason why we
immediately.
only have
We're gonna
5?
eventually hit all the fields.
Is that the reason why we only have 5? Because they don't have them readily available? You can do that on Sunday. You can get that from your president. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Y'all, I ain't nursing none of that. Get that from your president. He has it. She has it. Fill it out. Make sure we have it by Monday. It's okay. Stop all that. Stop all that. Nah, I don't need no rubbing. I mean that. Get it from your president.
Semi-Pro Live will have those sheets on deck for $1 a piece. If you see me, I'll have it ready.
We had a question real quick.
I was gonna bring it up.
I
was gonna bring it up. Mono here said that the ref said should switch sidelines, which
Every
they
half.
should. They're supposed to.
Every half.
they're supposed to change.
Every half.
And we had that pop up at the Pack and Havoc game.
And I made sure they switched.
And we made sure they switched. And
Actually,
we don't have to.
what rule is that?
It's not a rule, but
So
Let me
if,
tell-
if it's
can-
not a rule, then why should we enforce
well,
it? The only time you enforce it is when you get to the varsity level. And you don't even do it then because that head linesman stays there.
He stays there,
So
yeah.
if I got a head lineman that's better on my chains, he's going to stay on them chains.
well, let me tell
Now,
you
if I
why.
have equal,
Let
then
me
it's
tell
different.
you why I felt like it was necessary for the Pack Havoc game.
Well, I can't speak
right
on
behind
Pac.
Well, I'm gonna speak on it for you. I'm gonna tell you why I felt like it was necessary. Because when you begin to hear leaders on this side or this side feel like the game is being swayed because the official is being convinced to do something, guess what? We make a change. I don't have a problem. Corey told me something. If it's a game that intense, get out there and work it. I don't have a problem working any of them. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna enforce the rules the same way. And if that official was any kind of way for this team, it's gonna be proven whether or not when he come over on this side. So switch them. It was just a common sense move for me. So I felt like it was necessary to do. It is not a rule that they have to, but
they did ask.
But
I mean,
from-
just
yeah.
keep it how it was.
Just-
They
yeah.
asked could the rest switch and do the how it was. It switched.
I always thought that was what. Since I've
No.
been to Facebook, that's
No.
what always has happened. That's
some
what I always
crews,
thought it
some
was.
crews do it, some crews don't.
That's
But
all I
by
always thought.
rule,
You
you don't
switch.
have to.
it's
do it.
not a rule to do it. But we try to appease everybody. Maybe we should stop. Maybe we should. It's a little too much crying for me. Be honest. That's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all, real quick. Understand, he just on one right now. So I see people.
Cliff America, stand up.
No, real talk. Hey, no BS. No playing around, y'all. Like for real. This ain't with Texas Sports. Understand, y'all can ask y'all questions. We want y'all to ask. We want y'all to ask your questions, and don't feel like you can't ask a question. The answers are we're gonna send the answers back to y'all. So really understand that we want this to be a real time that you really can have the open forum right now to ask some of these questions, because I think a lot of people are uninformed on what the football gameplay is. You just said it's a rule. Now it's not a rule. Which one is it? It's not a rule for the officials to switch sides. It's not.
Switch sides
Well,
as
I'm
far
trying to
as,
catch us in
as far as
semantics.
what we're saying is not a rule.
No,
It's for the line side.
Just to get it clear, Terrence said he thought that's what it was.
Yeah, I
since
thought
he's been
it
in
was.
Texas
Yeah.
sports.
I thought
That's
I
what he
said
said
it
it
was.
was.
But when the quarter ends, it is a
No,
rule to
word.
change into to
Change
switch.
ends.
He's talking about
To
change.
change
They're
ends
talking about the
for
refs,
quarter.
though.
But we're talking about the
He's
refs.
talking about the ball.
Is that in the bylaws of Texas sports? What?
UIL don't they switch per quarter?
Because we are rules in Texas sports. And we
That's
don't.
not an amended
But
rule.
you said it because Chris brought that up.
That's not an
Who's that?
amended rule.
Chris who?
I think y'all both talking about two different things.
Yeah, we are.
No, he's talking about switching the field. And do they do it all the time? No, they don't.
Hey, if the rules are on the website, I can pull up the website right now. Y'all just
Yeah.
let me know.
Now, what I do want to say about a ref, and that goes back to communication. Now, if you come at me hollering and screaming, calling me out my name, or I hear all this noise about what I need to do, I'm not finna do it. If you communicate with me, or communicate with a ref. Hey, ref, can we switch sides? You know, talk to somebody like a grown man and stop trying to belittle somebody. Then we can get stuff done. The respect things go both ways. You know, when I'm out there and I talk to the coaches, I let them know, hey, y'all done seen me before. You know how I referee. You have a problem, call your timeout, get with me. If I have a second, I will explain some of the calls. If not, it is what it is. But we're going to call it straight down the line. But communication and respect is a big thing. You know, and that's even respecting other coaches.
Now, I found another question. This is also from Mayberry, and I think it's a really good point. And I think it just speaks to training, like what do you guys do, or like just, you know, like repetitive training throughout the season. So she said, why not have a mid-season Zoom with the orgs and the refs to address these things that you know that should be addressed? So just like a recurring training.
They show up to the
you know, Miss Mayberry, we can do that, and I'm not even gonna speak negative on it because I think that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
And we'll do it.
This is what we need.
This
is the type of feedback we need.
And we did it prior to the season, and we had I think 23 people on there. So we'll do it. We'll do it again now. I'll get it set up. We'll have another one. I'll get with Jap on the best time to do it, and we'll set up a Zoom and we'll get that so coaches and stuff can ask those questions because I do want y'all to be able to, you know, the coaches and stuff like that to ask that, and make sure we're giving everybody the proper tools that they need to be able to go out there and have the right knowledge for the football games, and refs and coaches communication will be there. So I will get something like that set up. That's a great idea, Ms. Mayberry. Any other questions that are in here before we move on to games this week and picks and stuff like that? Any other questions? I still think we have a lot.
Oh, you got a lot of questions.
Yeah. So this one, I'll just pick a few more.
Yeah.
Is it a requirement for the teams to change sides after each quarter or half?
Oh, we already went over.
Do we? Okay. Sorry, guys.
The field will be flipped between quarters.
And that's
field
something
will be flipped.
That's something that we talked about with Corey because we don't.
Field will be
I know
flipped
he's out of town
between
right now, but we talked
quarters.
about we're going to just put it in play because
we do it in the playoffs?
The gentlemen's agreements are not going to. But it's not going to do the gentleman's agreement because some coaches agree that, hey, we're not going to switch to half and all that other stuff. We'll make sure everybody will be flipping every quarter
You know
like they should be, and we'll make sure that's in play
We can put
like
that
it
out.
should be. So that's not a problem at all.
Something that falls under the pretext of what we're asking the officials to do. We have teams that's showing up in the same color uniforms.
Oh,
Dark on dark. I got a problem with that, especially if you know it's already a problem for the officials to see.
You know? And this
So we ain't gonna talk about who had those type of problems.
Let's say everybody.
You know, but I'm Malcolm X. I'm for the black. I'm Malcolm X tonight. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Anybody want to talk about that type of stuff? Why one didn't show up in a lighter color so we could see who really crossed the line or not?
Or
Don't nobody want to talk about that?
Or how about we have names on the back of the jerseys because I ain't got no rosters, man. It'd be hard out there. I be trying to read the back of it, you know.
But y'all on the officials real tough. But coaches can't even get together and come up with what color scheme they gonna wear.
And believe
Y'all
me,
better quit playing. Y'all better quit playing with me.
Fellas.
criticism comes with the territory. So I you know what? I take it like a grain of salt. And the thing about that is we're not gonna make everybody happy. You know, I seen one comment where they say that one of the officials come to the field mad. Okay, again, they human just like y'all. Some of these coaches come to the field on one, right off the bat.
Man, it's a job.
You
Y'all
know,
better get off
it ain't.
here.
It's not gonna always be perfect, and I'm not finna sugarcoat here and say every official that comes out there is gonna be happy-go-lucky and ready to call these games. And I mean, that's just life, man.
Now I have
Like they be
I have
smiling
a
all day
lighter
at work.
comment. How can parents support the referees?
Hey, we're gonna get y'all cash apps next game. Drop it down.
You know what? I will say, team moms, the majority of team moms do an excellent job. If they see a ref that actually needs to be hydrated, you can just if you have questions, instead of hollering out, cussing us out at halftime or whatever, my door is always open. I talk to everybody, and everybody will tell you that. I don't turn no parent away, no kid. I explain a play I did to a kid, you know. So my door is always open, but it's just the way your deliverance, you know, and that's the key thing. You know, if you come at one of these refs sideways, they're gonna come back at you sideways. And that's just how it is. You know, somebody say, well, we gotta stop getting these stop six refs. Y'all stop six coaches. you got
Big town.
I mean
Big town coaches. Nah, words, big town coaches.
I mean, it's just the fact of the matter. You know, but at the end of the day, we all human, man. And we all get feelings. And at some point, some of these refs have breaking points. But they say, you know what, I'm not talking to nobody no more. You know, and it comes with experience. Your more experienced refs are gonna stick to the school ball. And what they're doing now is high schools are putting things in place where a lot of these officials don't gotta touch youth. Oh, we getting girls flag. We're getting flag leagues. Yeah, so they're putting things in place where a lot of these experienced officials don't even have to touch youth football at all, because a lot of them do it, to make some extra money, and some of them do it just for the love of the game. You know, but it's getting real scarce out there, man. And if y'all don't understand that some of these actions is running these refs off. So to Ms. Mayberry's comment about training, we're trying to train them, but when it's a revolving door, from 7-on-7 to spring to fall, it is hard. It is hard to keep training guys, and it is frustrating.
You know, my technique to get on the good side of the ref is, you know, before the game, I go off to the side and slide them a Gatorade and a Lunchable. You know, sometimes if it's a 20 mixed in there, you know, you just do what it do.
But check this out. Let me ask this. By the officials being such a battering ram and such a hitting box, nobody hits back on the coaches. They never get it back. But when they hear it back, it's always a resistance, or it's something, or we're watching this happen, or no, we're dealing with it's a everybody problem. Everybody problem. Everybody problem. It's not one person.
And what I will say, hopefully I do have some refs out there watching this, just like Herb said, and he'll validate for me, Dana will, drop the flag. I will drop the flag and I will get you out the game. If you are disrupting where the point is, the attention has went off the game and these kids, and it's on you, drop that flag, get him out of there. Now I know some of the refs are probably worried about, you know, repercussions. They're human. I get it. You know, but Texas Sports has done a good job as far as saying we're gonna back y'all. I haven't had one person that I've said need to go didn't go.
Hey, and you know what? This is the producer talking. This is not just the Texas.
Stay neutral.
I know it's not just the Texas sports problem. We've been to many different games, tournaments, different sports. We've been to baseball games.
Oh, they out of control in baseball.
And in baseball games, you have the same problems with parents. So it's not just a Texas sports problem. It's a universal youth sports problem.
Yeah. And I get it. I mean, we come out here, we see our kids compete, and we try to give y'all the best. You know, that's available to us. But in turn, I seen a sign not too long ago that this is voluntary. Your kid is not leaving, like Irv said, with a scholarship.
He said if that's the case, hire white refs.
Okay,
they ain't coming.
They sure ain't coming.
They
sure not coming
ain't
because they're
noticed
not
me?
dealing with y'all. They're not dealing with y'all at all. They're not.
Hold on, we
coming.
13% of the population. We ain't got no white refs, man. That means y'all a
They ain't
problem, man.
They ain't coming.
No, and I think I ain't gonna lie. I think y'all we can't throw this back on. It's a mutual thing. It ain't just the coaches thing. I'm telling y'all, it ain't just a ref thing. It is a mutual thing because I know what I saw on some stuff, and then on the other end, I know what I saw from the coach's side of things too. So it definitely ain't a one-way street on neither one. We have to We can't keep. We got to be respect. I'm gonna keep saying the respect is gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
The respect is gonna bridge that gap. The respect is gonna be what makes this thing get better. And the respect is the biggest thing out of all this. Once that in place, everything else will fall. It'll just get better. Fall in line. And the communication, I think things like this are something that needs to happen. I think we do need to be able to hear from everybody in a constructive way, not the banter and the extra stuff. Like the constructive way. I think that's what.
Deliverance.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
The deliverance.
He said, "Them white refs getting
I have
paid."
a question for you,
they getting
Dana,
85 again.
and this is a challenge. Would you be open to creating some kind of form that's available online where parents can just complain, like an open complaint form? It's like a Google Doc where where it's like a form where
It's a spot on our website. They already go on there and talk. They going, but I mean, the thing is, the parents are not. No offense to it, but the parents are not the ones who really need to discuss this stuff with the refs and stuff. This is a president. This is a president and officials thing right now. If they really want to complain about something, they can talk to their president about it. And the president is the person that can come to the league and discuss those things. This isn't an open forum as far as where they just going to run, because everybody's going to be subjected to their kid. You didn't protect my kid. You didn't do this to my kid. That's the only time a parent is really going to be worried about it. Majority of the time is when they feel something was done incorrectly to their child. So that's really not something that, now when a president has a problem or a president has issues and things like that, that's definitely something that they bring to the table and something and it has to be addressed, because at the end of the day, the presidents are the one who make this thing go. So, and we don't want to get that confused by any means.
And then you got to think, some of these parents, and this is no disrespect, don't know what they talking about.
Yeah.
They don't know the rules. Prime example. Let me put this example out there to a parent. A receiver in football, I'm the line judge. A receiver checked in with me. Referee, I'm on. You good. The parent ran off the field and said, I know that player, and I'm cheating for this player because I'm talking to him. This is a
because he checked in?
Because he checked in. She ran up in the stand and say, we ain't going to win because they know each other.
Well, that was a friendly
That's
thumbs
absurd.
up, though.
That's absurd.
But you know what?
Yeah,
That's what
absurd.
you get, Herb, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, there was that last game that we did games of the week, man, the worst thing that I saw done was not a call. It was a comment. Y'all know what it was, but it really wasn't a call. The game was pretty evenly officiated for the most part, man. I think if they get 90% of it right and they only getting $50 to be out here for 2 hours,
We don't know how much
we
they're
don't
being
know.
paid.
I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? If you're not getting that much money, I mean, you act like these are Amazon employees or something.
But
We
by
got
the same
executives out
token,
here.
you'll have someone say whatever the amount that they think that they're getting paid. Oh, you just a X number of dollar type, blank to blank.
Exactly.
Why that even come into the equation when they're taking the time to do a service for masses, many kids? You get what I'm saying?
That's some won't even come do it no more.
They won't.
I've been up to some of y'all jobs and y'all gave me crappy service for y'all to be out here complaining about these referees, man. Let's be real.
I really kind of hate that Corey is not here, because Corey will tell you we sat in a meeting where a guy pretty much said no. And we gave him that, hey, man, this league is a majority of our kids. We need to have people in place.
Some of the best kids.
Some of the best kids.
The best kids.
That man looked us in our eyes and said no. I'm going to Saginaw.
Y'all hear that Saginaw where that what you said?
So
that's who they gonna go ref for. Just so you know.
So if you see a good ref, which we had a couple of them doing 7-on-7, they not here no more.
Yeah.
They gone. And these was refs, TASO officiated certified referees that, hell, they gone.
You can get paid the same amount for a 25-minute game.
With no
problem.
problems. With zero problems, no drama, no threat.
There's nobody coming to you at the end of the game saying, you cheating my kids. Okay, so we just gonna ignore the 13 men on the field 5 times. Offsides, fumble. We in the shotgun, we can't get it right.
But that's not a coach's problem, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
But like you said, Irv, nobody says nothing about
Nobody
coaches.
says anything about the coaches that's not counting them on and off the field, and I get illegal substitution 5 times and a half. I can critique that,
And again,
but I ain't saying nothing.
And again, I will repeat again that Texas sports has some it is some good coaches out there, man. I tell all the coaches a lot of times, bro, I salute y'all and I applaud y'all. Y'all do a great job.
Because it's just like the refs and just like it's a lot of good ones. It's both sides of the fence.
But
it's in the same situation.
And see, this is what I want to say. I want to challenge people. What classes are we putting these coaches in?
No, you said to get certified.
What's the qualifications to be a coach?
Because you know what? A lot of coaches don't know the rules. I'm not taking shots at anybody. I come out there with my rules in a black and white binder, and I keep them on the phone also because I always got to show a coach. This is the rule right here, coach.
If your defensive tackles are standing up in the 2-point stance, don't come after the refs.
But
don't come after the refs if your
Don't get me
DT
started
standing
about
up in the
70
2-point stance.
I mean, what coaches clinics do we have?
Well, I had 2 or 3 of them.
Is that
I had 2 or
They didn't
3 of
show
them.
up.
We did have some show, but
I'm
not
saying
a lot.
Not the ones complaining.
No.
Oh.
I tagged the ones that was complaining that wasn't there because I was there.
He tagging?
I mean, I can. It's all I'm saying.
And the thing is, you put it out multiple times. And your thing is, yeah, we do put out multiple times about referee training. And we trying to get them in there. And do we get them in there? Yes, some we do. Is it a good percentage? As far as my standards, no. I want to get it higher. I want to be where we have refs that we can put a crew at any game. You know, and be all right. So the goal ain't just to throw trash out on the field and say, okay, ref this game. No, I give a damn about what I do. Whether I'm getting paid $25 or $200.
Or if y'all go to the clinics, maybe y'all could get to know the different ref crews. So maybe, it's not as adversarial because you guys actually know each other. That'll turn the tone down a little bit. Or maybe it won't. Some of y'all.
But see, Channing, when you say that right there, it shouldn't be that a coach has to have a relationship with a referee.
That's true.
No matter where I show up with my official shirt and my whistle, I go to do the best job that I can.
A referee is an arbitrator. They shouldn't. That's what it is.
He's a neutral person. He's neutral, no matter where he shows up to. So if he's getting forces from this side that may be negative, but positive on this side, it's still somebody's gonna get short in the end unless he stays neutral.
The problem is
It's a man. You know what? It's been a lot of dialogue on here. I think I see a lot of people saying, "Let's get on to the picks and stuff like that."
Let's go.
But
appreciate all the questions.
But once again, I think
But
I know
this type of dialogue happens because they think that it's something. They've always beat up on the referees, so we have to do this from time to time. Us running from this topic.
I'm saying I understand it, but I'm gonna be real though. This wasn't a shot at the coaches either though.
No,
it's not. No, but this is what this turned into. Yeah. This is what it's turned into. Asking what they doing and what all they doing. At the end of the day, no. Listen. They volunteers.
Okay.
At the end of the damn day, they volunteers. So we can say this and that about them, but at the end of the day, they volunteers.
But they have no ownership in
no.
what goes on?
That's you know what? I'm
they have ownership?
I'm gonna put that on us right now though. I'm gonna put that on Texas sports because guess what? We gonna have to go out there and enforce this mess. So guess what? So and that's on all of us. That's in me included.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to pass the buck. But what I'm gonna say is we gonna give you what you asking for. So if you want it black and white, we'll give it to you black and white. And
I dig fine. That. I like that.
That's all I'm saying.
I like that. I like enforcement. That works for me.
That's all I'm saying because right now I'm not trying to turn this into what coach can't do this and what coach can't do that. Because guess what? They volunteers. Some of these organizations are just getting guys that care about the dang kid and want them out there. And we've all been there. I coached forever. You coach forever. We've all done this stuff. But I'm not trying to rag on the dang refs either though, because yes, the refs are getting paid to be out there, but at the end of the day, they're still these guys. They're not professionals. And when I say that, these are not the NFL guys. These are guys that are either training right now or they're high school refs. They're gonna make a mistake. They don't have the same access to the same, like you said. They don't have access to instant replay. They don't have 7 guys, 8 guys on the field watching everything. So when you have 3 guys watching what a normal 7-man crew might be watching, it's gonna you have 14 eyes versus 6 eyes. you can't expect them to catch
They
that
got-
hole. It's
they
holding
got-
every time. So you might say,
yeah.
could
I
you
got
go
somebody
get it
back
both
in New
ways?
York watching.
High
It's
school
like the
game, I
people
don't
there
even gotta
piss
move.
people
But
off.
what I
Thank
will,
you.
But what I will say, and I put this out to the coaches. I would love to have y'all come talk to me during Rumble, and I can put you on a referee shirt because I believe once you see my side, our side, you become a better coach. And that's not taking shot at saying, "Oh, you think you can do the job? Do it." I just want to see people get involved, and you actually see and say, "You know what? I get it, Jap. I see where you coming from."
And we need some more refs.
Well,
Straight
hey, end of the day, hey, high school need more reps. We have high school games that don't have a full crew out there. It is a
volunteer.
shortage, and
Yeah.
I think once again we got to look at ourselves as the community.
Exactly.
We got to. I don't care white, black, Mexican, wherever you go. It don't matter. You got games everywhere that are short staffed with
And
refs
women
because
can
they're
ref too.
These moms can come ref.
So wait a minute.
Women can ref
How
too.
many people think that they're gonna allow their old lady or their mom, their aunt, their sister
Hey.
to get the type of disrespect that some of these fellas get though?
Nah, my
if
mama
they
ain't
make a
going out
mistake.
there. My
Let's
mama
talk
ain't.
about it.
My mom ain't going.
Y'all really want to be truthful about it? I mean, hey,
I seen a female ref on the
if
last
she's
NFL
willing to
game
drop
that
the
I
flag,
watched.
if she's willing to drop the flag, I'll hire her. How about that? Drop the flag.
But man, what we gonna do? Like I say, as far as the doc, I will get with Jeff. I will get with Corey, and we'll set up something to make sure we get some refreshed. Cause we going into week 6. It's only 3 more weeks of the regular season, and then playoffs is here. So we want to make sure everybody's up to date. Everybody has what they need to have as far as knowledge. We'll put something in place for that. We're gonna do something, everything that we can as a league to try to give you all the tools to do to be the best you can be and know and be well informed. So we'll do that part of it. As far as our directors and all that stuff, we're gonna make sure everything is what it's supposed to be, as to our best of our abilities. Can we? Are we agreeing to that?
I just feel like we're going to be micromanaging, and guess what? It's gonna be some feelings hurt about it, and I'm cool with it
Because
we're still gonna give it to you black and white. It's gonna be what it is.
And I'm just gonna film.
That's all it's gonna be.
And like Jeffrey just said it. Truth be told, you can drop a flag every play, and that's the truth. You could.
You could.
Because we're dealing with 7 and 8-year-olds,
Yeah.
and 6-year-olds, and 10-year-olds, and 11-year-olds. Even with the high school kids and everybody, they're doing something every play. And
You ain't
we
cheating, you
we
ain't
just
trying.
got to be. I mean, from an official standpoint, they got to control this thing. As directors, we got to control this thing. And once those 2 things are in place, I think everything else falls in place. So have we been at our best game? No, we haven't. Are we going to step that thing up right now?
Let's do it.
And we hear you, we understand you, and we understand the best do compete here. And we understand that what the level of expectation is here. And I promise y'all that as a group, everybody's going to be on the same page and everybody will be getting better. So we're going to move on into it, y'all.
Let's get half our head.
Thank you,
coming out.
He stood in the breach today.
Thank you. I mean, you still stay here, but I'm saying thank y'all for really coming out.
We
And
gonna
Jeff,
let them
thank
be
you for
the
going
best
head on with this thing because there's a lot of people that don't want to talk about it. And
somebody
you came in
wants
here and you talked about it, the good, the bad, the ugly of it. So we appreciate you. And like you said, you have been offered to leave numerous times. And you stayed down. So
Yeah.
everybody don't do that.
I commend you for being a solid brother first off. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
and
it.
sticking to what it is that you say that you do as a profession. You really do that, bro.
But hey, let's
Hey,
not
you
move
really
on
do
too
that.
quick. If someone wants to become a Texas sports referee, they want more information about becoming involved. How do they get in contact with you, or how do they start the process?
Actually, just I mean, most of them I put the flyer out every week. My inbox, my phone number's on there. You can always get at me if you see me at a field. Holler at me. We'll talk if you're serious. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I have got so many people that the initial talk they do want to ref, and that's about as far as it goes. I didn't went as far as signing guys to come out just to train, and they never show up.
I'm a ref on the side.
I see my boy Vic on here, man. Vic, this is what I was talking about.
So-
he been saying he want to rep. Here you go.
So if you serious about it, man, come on out and
Okay.
holler at me. But again, I love what I do. I love my people. When I get to the field, I give you guys 110%. Everybody knows that, and I try to call it right down the middle. You know, we not perfect, man.
It's the good and the bad. It's the
Yeah.
good and the bad here because it's the pressure of calling some of the most competitive games in youth football.
Yeah.
In the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Versus just going to somewhere and just, little Jimmy running around and doing this thing. So it's the good and the bad of that because everybody, it is some pressure. Like it's pressure on some of these coaches to win. It's pressure on the refs.
It is.
So it's both ways. And I think that's the other reason. We're saying that, the coaches sometimes do just talk crazy. But then on the other end of stuff, some refs don't want to have to I deal with that on Friday. I don't want to have to deal with it on Saturday
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? So it's both sides of that thing. But we go on and Vic said bet. So man, get in touch with Jap, Vic.
Holla at me, Vic.
But hey, let's go on and get into it, y'all. I know we went. Hey, I'm glad we got that out. We talked about that though. But hey, it's Bullet and TCU week, y'all.
Hey.
Let's get to
Bullet
it.
and
man.
He jumped right into it.
And we picking y'all last because we
Look,
want you to
cause we
stay on
happy
for
to be out.
viewers.
Hey, we address it and we happy to be moving on. I'm glad to be moving on because they got on my nerve too. I'm tired of being militant right now. I am. Let's lighten up.
He went
Fight the
full
power.
Malcolm X on him, man.
Fight the power.
Oh, my bad. My producer's letting us know we need to take a quick break, then we'll be right
What we
back
breaking
with
for?
the picks.
What we breaking from?
Because she kept mouthing to me. I don't know.
Oh no, let's roll up. We good right now. Let's roll into this.
Oh, you left me
well,
out.
Hey, let's roll into this. We rolling. We non-stop
She
tonight,
left me
y'all.
out to dry.
It's no breaking tonight, y'all. We rolling
Can we
on.
get another one?
So, hey, we gonna talk about this. Hey, what y'all? Hey, once again, y'all, we got Havoc Nation back here.
Yeah.
Even though next week, I think technically next week should be the Havoc show.
Yeah.
As far as
They'll be back.
they'll be headed
back.
down to Houston, going to play Southside and stuff like that. But
Yeah, they'll be back.
let's go on and get into
Can we
it, man.
get Don King Curry in the building, man? We right
Yeah,
down
bring
the
it.
street
Come and
from
tell
He
him.
said
come
he
on
said
up
he
in
coming
here.
next week. So,
Yeah, tell him to sit right now.
boy, y'all that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, tell him to sit right now.
God, dog. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
the
fun.
penguin. You the penguin to me.
Oh, man. Well, I was doing it for views. I didn't know about the rest.
Hey,
Chris coming. I gotta
Irv,
come back.
whatever you and Irv got, Chris, that's y'all too.
I'm Malcolm X today.
That has nothing
He
to
the
do with
penguin
us.
to me.
Hey, man, we always got good views when you come on. That was my only motivation.
Hey,
But anyway,
Curry, if you coming, I'm coming back.
so what game?
I'm coming back.
What game are we gonna pick first?
All right, let's go and start with it. We gonna go over a couple picks and then we'll just talk about overall the week. I mean, last week I know we went over the Pac Prime Havoc game. We went over. We didn't talk about the SED and Wiley Bulldogs 10U game.
Oh man, that was
which
that
was.
I seen the video.
Well, hey, if you watch the video, it's on YouTube right now.
Yes.
If you watch the video of that,
That's an amazing game.
8-6 off the chain. The Bulldogs are for real. SED showed that they for real. You know what I'm saying?
It was a dog fight.
And
Yeah. This going to the fourth quarter. Maxwell called me in the middle and said, whoever this quarterback is for Wiley, he is the truth.
Bro, he is the truth.
Hey man,
He's the truth.
Greg gave the kid his card too. He say whoever this number 2 is, which is Cash Henry, we all know who he
No,
is.
that's not Cash Henry. Cash Henry number 1.
Number one.
Well, no,
Cash.
who did he say?
Quarterback is number 2.
Number 2. What? Who was? What's his name?
Cash the real deal though.
Cash
the back.
is the real
Let's get
deal,
his
y'all.
name
I'm
in the
telling y'all.
comments.
I got it. I'm going blank right now. I'm
Cash
so sorry.
Henry is the
I'm going
real
blank
deal,
right
man. Hey, you got to be prepared for
Okay,
them
we got
kids.
the video right here going.
Oh man,
So
to see them 10-year-olds playing like that, bro, is crazy.
Yeah.
At the age of 10,
At the age of 10.
He's little baby Manziel. He's
Say,
doing this
man,
thing.
yes.
And then what Byron and them are doing over there, hey, I give 10U SED hell every week. I pick against them every week and stuff like that, but big ups to what they're doing with that squad right now. They doing their thing. I mean, it's a right now you got Pac Prime, which what K-Man's doing with 10U is
Oh, no
amazing
doubt about it.
because everybody
No
had
doubt
Pac
about
Prime
it.
counted out on
Hey,
10U
man, he
this year.
rebuilt that thing,
and he
though.
dropped down there
He
and he got
rebuilt
them
that
looking
thing.
like
Yeah, he
like
did.
SEAL Team 6, right?
He
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
they grit and how hard they playing.
Yeah.
SED is just rolling. They so big up front.
Yeah.
On 10U, they just
Mm-hmm.
they bullying.
And then don't forget that quarterback from SED can slang it.
Thank you.
Oh,
He can slang it.
hey.
They got a lot of pieces over there.
Well.
and then you got Wiley Bulldogs. That I think this is the first time they've lost game. I think he said in 2 years, and then they lost back to back.
Oh man,
So this is the first. Now
they up for the pick in the night, right?
And then they're one of the games we're picking because they're playing Havoc this weekend.
Okay.
So Havoc's coming off. I believe they might be coming off as a 1 loss or 2 loss because they lost. No, I think they maybe lost just one. They lost one and one.
They
and
lost
again.
one and
They
one.
lost 2 though, right?
Yeah, they lost 2
Okay.
total.
So both of them are lost to the same team.
They lost to Pac
So-
Prime and SED, both of them.
So we get to see this weekend.
And they play
That's gonna
each
be
other.
that should be a good one out there. It's
Yeah.
Havoc homecoming this week.
Okay.
I heard Chris Simmons they having a big party. Y'all going to the Havoc party on Friday, right? So
Matter of fact, while we talking about that, that'll be a Unique Visions event center in on Hampton. Y'all, we gonna drop that address on there. We gonna all try to hit that homecoming party.
I love
Unique
free.
Visions. Don't forget that name right there. Unique Visions.
All right,
well, let's get into the picks, y'all.
straight to the business.
We're going to East Texas. We're going to East Texas, y'all. 8U division. Junior Lions just came down here and put it on the Chargers over there. I think they won 2 out of 3 over there. Canes are rolling in East Texas. They won 3 out of 4 against Sting Academy this weekend. 8U division, Texarkana Canes Junior Lions. Who you got? Irv.
Y'all got Irv up first. Irvin Field was one of my fields this week, and I ran into the Junior Lions. So I got a chance to see those people. Very good fellowship. And I don't want y'all to think that my pick is slighted by us fellowshipping, but I got the Junior Lions this weekend. On that game.
He stole
right
my cup,
there.
y'all. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Who you got? Our guest picker over there, T. Who you got, T?
I'm gonna take the Junior Lions too.
All right.
Okay, Coach T.
Shreveport? We got Shreveport family in here? No?
Shreveport talking about, hey, Shreveport the other lid better. Y'all know about the other lid better.
What you know about that?
The other lid better.
What you know about that?
That's the other lid better.
Hey,
Shade
we got
Grove.
some,
I know about that.
Hey, we got the Cooper Road. We got him up in here, man. Say, man, hey, if y'all know about the port, then y'all know what that is. What you got, Channing?
Well, the Junior Lions have made me look dumb, and part of the reason my record was so bad, so I'm picking Junior Lions. It doesn't matter who they
Sound
play.
like a Coco
Junior
Pellis
Lions.
reunion.
You want to get in this? Oh, we're gonna leave
Yeah.
ref out of this.
My pick is
We ain't refing East Texas.
refs. Have a great game. Have a great game. Call it straight down the middle, and I know you guys gonna do an outstanding job out there, man.
Hey,
Coco
Glenn and
Pellis.
crew. I'm sure your main crew has this game. It's in Shreveport this weekend. We got everybody going Junior Lions.
So it's a pizza party?
No, it's not. LT.
Uh-oh. Look
LT.
at this. Look at this.
Texarkana
Look at this.
Canes.
Contrary.
Look at this.
I'm rolling with the Cane gang this week, and we gonna beat them. Here we go.
Now
The
my
Canes
understanding
win
is-
that game on 8U, and they continue. They take the first place spot in East Texas.
Now did Corey send in his pick?
Yes,
Corey
he
picked the
did.
Junior Lions.
Corey took the Junior Lions.
Corey picked the Junior Lions.
Corey took the
his-
Junior Lions. so we
Corey
know.
was on vacation. They took his wife out for a birthday. He'll
Like,
be
they
in here.
did it big time too,
So
man.
he'll be back
I
in here
want to be
tomorrow.
like Corey. I want to be like Corey.
He took care of the old lady. Next one.
Corey in first place.
Oh yeah, we forgot to go over the stats.
Oh, did you put the stats up?
Let's put the stats.
Yeah, Corey is in first place right
Corey
now.
in first
Now,
place.
you had a
two
good week
times.
last week.
Okay, you know,
You had a good week last week.
decent week.
So you got it up there. What are they? Are we going to the next game?
Yeah. You can go.
All right, we're gonna switch over. Hey, you can't pick on this one. 7U. North Texas Bills
Come on, Doc.
versus Lil
Southside
Kiki and them Southside Ducks. H-Town in the building. Yeah, that's your squad. And we
Hey.
didn't know he was coming. That was
Hey.
my pick. Coming.
Man, y'all know my pick.
Well, you can't pick
can't
on
pick
this.
on
so
this
you-
one.
you-
Herb.
you-
You got now. If everybody knows, Bills and Southside Duck have had a little rivalry for some years now. With
13
from that
all the way
older
down.
group that
Yeah,
have been
all of it.
playing,
Yeah.
with Batman and all them.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first time they go get to play org for org though.
know
I
what's
don't think
funny?
they've had that happen. So this is gonna be a fun week. This is gonna be a fun weekend right here out
They
there.
traveling up here.
Yeah, Southside's coming up here.
Traveling up
So we got North Texas Bills, Southside 7U. What you got, Irv?
What's the record of the Bills before we get started?
Oh, they haven't.
Does that matter?
1-3 or 1-4. But
Okay,
I
okay.
can say every game they've been in.
I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this
Have
here.
they
You
played
know,
SCB yet?
people
Everybody's gonna be last.
people think that I am partial to the North Texas Bills, and in a sense I am, but it ain't got nothing to do with, this football thing. That's my family. Okay, so this week I'm taking North Texas Bills in a close one over the Southside Ducks. Coach James gonna get off the hump and win this one for his boy. North Texas Bills in a close one.
What you got, Channing?
Oh man, you know Joe White still own the Bills, right? I don't pick against the Bills, man. Bills with the win.
Well, you can't talk about it because you may be reffing it. So
Sit back.
Watch this.
I ain't seen who's going where, but they ain't let me down yet on no pick.
They haven't. This is where I catch up though. Go on, pick 'em. Do it.
Like I say,
Do it.
Lil Kiki
Do it.
and the Southside.
Good.
Ducks
Yeah.
win that game in a close one. Only if number 99 don't act up for the Bills. But
I only
Southside.
You should see his ass in practice.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you better be there,
You
boy.
know what, Southside?
You better be
I'm
there.
going with y'all after. I didn't think y'all would lose last week. Hey, big ups to the Titans. They pulled it out.
Keep it 100 with you. I was at that
the
game.
Ducks.
They shouldn't have lost that game.
Oh, well.
Hey,
I'm going.
Dana
I'm going
took
with
the
Ducks.
Southside Ducks. I
I'm going
ain't
with
mad
Ducks.
at him about it. I ain't mad, but I got North Texas Bills on now. I'm gonna catch up with you on that one. Dana. That's
Corey
what we
went.
get to. Yeah, he went. South. No, he went North Texas.
He went North
Bills.
Texas Bills too.
Corey went North Texas.
Oh,
Bills.
this is where I catch up this next week.
Yeah. He took
Next
North
game.
Texas Bills.
Here we go. We're going 10U.
10U division.
Division 1. We're going Havoc versus Wiley Bulldogs.
Uh-oh, y'all hear Havoc in the house. Y'all hear Havoc in the house. Y'all hear Havoc in the house, right? So what? Who is on you first?
I'll go first.
Come on, go first.
Oh, I'm going Wiley Bulldogs. Hey, I almost had y'all last week. Everybody,
You
I was the
almost
only one
did.
that picked them. They almost pulled it off for me last week.
But
I
they
think
did.
this week they're not gonna lose 3 in a row. I think Wiley Bulldogs pull off the win. In DeSoto this week.
Havoc Nation.
Who you got? Who you got?
Continue.
We waiting on Chet.
Curry, come get your people. Curry, come get your
They acting like the sideline.
Curry, come get your people.
Who you got, Chet?
All right.
Who you got?
Oh, so Havoc says it's gonna be a sweep this week. I'm still going Wiley 10U.
Who you got?
Y'all win the rest of them, I think. Though.
What's Havoc record on the season on 10U?
They both lost
both
to
of them come
SCD
They
and
both
Pat
come off- they both
Prime
got
in
the team.
tough
got
games.
real
I'm
good
talking
teams.
about they
They both
really evenly matched.
Games in DeSoto or is in White?
It's in
Games in
DeSoto.
DeSoto.
It's homecoming for Havoc too.
Man, I'm gonna ride with the Havoc, man. I didn't pick against him too many times. We ain't gonna have it 10 years.
Okay. Who you got, Coach?
My pick is
Who you got, Coach? Who you pick? I'm scared to pick. So he gonna
I've seen that Wiley Bulldog team. I gotta go with the Wiley Bulldogs. So.
Well. Okay, so here we go. Coach Coach. Look, I feel like I'm in a hostile environment right here. I feel a little pressure like I'm on the
all
side.
love.
I'm feeling like a referee right now. But guess what? I got Cash Henry, 10U, Wiley Bulldogs, and the quarterback, number one. I got the Wiley Bulldogs, 10U, in a close one. Coach Twan.
We almost had a pizza party.
Look, we almost had a pizza party.
What's Corey?
We almost had a
I'm
pizza
gonna come by
party.
just for you. I'm coming to y'all.
You got Corey pick?
Corey went Wiley.
Wiley
He
Bulldogs.
went Wiley.
Wiley Bulldog.
Corey
Wiley.
Wiley Bulldogs.
Let's
Alright,
start
my
with
catch-up
Corey's
pick.
first on the next
All right,
one.
Havoc.
All right, here we go,
That's my pick
12U.
to catch up in the standing.
We got 2 more games to pick here. Thank y'all for coming by. Hey, next week is gonna be the big show. Next week, big show. Here we go, 12U. GP Cowboys versus Irvin Ballers. 12U, GP Cowboys versus Irvin Ballers. Ooh, Corey went Irvin Ballers.
Then that's 12U.
Yeah, and I almost want to go against the grain on all these because I think this is gonna be one of the best games this weekend. To be
Is
honest
it on
with you.
me? I'm gonna say with my chest, confidence. Irvin Ballers with the W.
Ballers.
Who you got, Dana?
God, dogs, wrong.
That's what I say. Yes, wrong.
I want to go Cowboys, man, but Ballers in that big back.
Should have let Irv pick first. He was out there in person.
I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Man, with the background, let me see what my pick
Okay,
looking like.
so just so y'all know, Corey took the Ballers. Corey took the Ballers on this. But I was out there this weekend. I watched them play Triple D Buckeyes. Very good game. Game actually was paused for a minute. We'll have to see if that's going to finish. But they were ahead. Thought they played really good. They're going to be dealing with some things this weekend, overcome some obstacles. But guess what, Dana? I'm going to gain another game on you. Irvin Ballers for the win. Miss Valerie, get them boys together.
That's my dog.
Get
Miss
them
Val.
boys together, Miss Valerie. I need the
Miss
dub on this one, okay? I need the dub on this one.
All right.
Irvin Ballers for the win on 12U this week over the GP Cowboys.
Well, we don't have any bonus games this week. We just got one more game to pick, and then we go discuss a little bit of everything else. But we're gonna go to it, man. Since Alex moved to 12U game, If everybody saw that, we had a lot of people upset about that. He moved the 12U game before the
was
10U
upset.
game,
Hey, I
which
was
threw off all our coverage.
Yeah, I was upset about that because I got to drive down to Waco and then get back here in time. So I'm
Alex, was that your doing, bro?
Alex did that.
Say Alex.
Hey,
Come on, man.
He didn't want my boys from over there
I thought you was pro Texas
at Bullet
sports,
Academy
man.
to come through and make some moves.
I thought
So
you
we
was
moved
pro
the game
Texas
time.
sports, bro. Come on, man.
How
We
you
trying
game
to
of
get.
the week? You make it.
Come on, bro.
early.
Bro, really,
Well, he's not game of the week no more.
really,
Yeah, he
bro.
can't be. That's what I'm saying. You can't
Really?
We're gonna move it to the
Really?
10U, which is gonna be
That's still gonna be a good
Battle
game.
of the Undefeated.
That's still gonna be a great game.
What time is that game?
That game will be at 2 or 3.
Oh, so we're going to be
2
back
or
in time
2:30.
for ground footage. All right.
So we're gonna pick the 10U game. Both coming in undefeated. We'll roll with you, T. Down there at the end. Who you got? Bullet or which purple team is gonna come out on top? We had somebody ask, what does TCU mean? What does that mean?
Hey, somebody got what is TCU?
Alex, what does TCU mean?
Are they Texas
I know y'all the Bulldogs, but what does
And not the
TCU?
Texas Christian University. Can be.
Before we make these picks for TCU, what I do want to say is to the organization, I hope that kid that got hurt, his recovery is going well. So the prayers are still there. Hope they're 100% going forward for that kid that got hurt.
All right. Well,
So who we got? So we going to pick on
Teach,
us.
coach, uplift. That's what it
Teach
means.
coach. Okay.
teach coach up.
I think Alex just made that up real fast.
Teach coach. And
He a
uplift.
rapper. He freestyle.
Teach
I say,
coach.
that's
So you know
game
you.
real
Hey,
fast,
we
though.
know you're a rapper.
He a rapper.
We know you're a rapper.
I'm a hit. Don't worry.
You're a
I'll hit
rapper.
my voice up. We'll find a reel.
That's crazy.
Where Mr. Stewart? I saw him on here.
We're
It
going
ain't
to
too
let
late
you
for him
pick
yet.
first on that
Tarrant
10U.
County United.
Tarrant
All right.
County United.
There you
Okay.
go.
So he made that up. He did make that up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayberry.
Hey, Alex got them bars, bro.
Say,
Give us some
Alex got
bars.
them bars. You got them bars.
Real quick.
We're going to let Coach,
So who you got?
real quick.
Who you got?
10U, TCU, or Bullet.
That, like you said,
That's Silas,
this
right?
this is gonna be So that's Silas.
Playing his old team.
What's crazy is I didn't know Lil Chris was over there at TCU now. Man, that's crazy, man. But I'm. That's hard. That's a hard game to pick. I'd rather pick the 12 game.
That's why it's on.
I think TCU. I think Bullet gonna pull it out. They got a lot of weapons over there. You know, Silas. You know, it's an emotional game for him probably, but it is. I think Bullet too much for him.
What you got, Herb?
Well, you know, this is a tough one for me. One, because there is pressure on me from time to time when I pick against TCU. Because, you know, they going to come with the clips, the bullets, the whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna clip me out. They going to make fun of me. But let's see what I'm rocking today. I got the Triple D United on. Let me see what We got Tarrant County United for the win on 10U. Tarrant County United for the win on 10U. Appreciate that hat, bro. It came in handy today. Who you got, Chan?
Man, I live in Bedford. TCU with the W.
Uh-oh. TCU with the W.
Well,
You going against the grain? What you?
they say give us a pizza party. Give us a pizza party.
Oh, they confident
Wait,
with it. I
who
like
did
that.
Corey choose?
Corey chose TCU.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
So I'm gonna go against.
I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna tell y'all this.
You guessed, so we can still pizza party.
It's gonna be
My boys with Bullet ain't let me down all
They
year.
ain't let you down either.
My boys with
What you
Bullet
gonna
have
do?
not let me down all year.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Already.
we going Bullet.
Bullet, he took Bullet.
Bullet for the win.
I surpassed you for the lead this week.
Bullet for the win. They bring it back. Take over as the Purple Kings.
Purple Kings. Okay.
Look, they
Say, Silas, I will not be disappointed if you win this game. I believe in you, but I just think TCU got something in store for you.
Hey, that's gonna be
one of the best games.
That is gonna be a great field to be at that day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some. And then we just added a 9U game over there, which is gonna be Bullet and Oak Cliff Titans.
Oh my God.
So
yeah, that's gonna be
that
good.
just got added to the field after
Yeah.
the 10U game.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
gonna
good.
be some games over there Fort Worth Poly, Miss Dorsey, I was talking to her on the way here. She said best concession stand running around is out there.
Okay.
And she said they about to have everything popping this weekend.
They got some
So
lemonade out
stop.
there.
Hey,
Miss
I'll
Dorsey.
hey, she just told me on the ride here.
Miss Dorsey,
they got some lemonade out there.
we like free stuff at Semi-Pro Live, you know, and it's gonna be a long drive.
So every time he snaps the table, he is a
wrong.
wrong. I was right last
If
week.
you got some freebies on the barbecue or some donations, we'll do a nice little commercial for the concession stand. But I'm fat, man. Make sure you feed your boy.
But Channing be on it, don't it? Hey, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Don't know what feel I'm gonna have, but I look forward to seeing so many of you. I appreciate the love I get when I hit the fields, man. It's been tremendous all year long. Hey, I hate to enforce, but I have to sometimes. It's okay.
And I see Alex say added a game. Alex, we don't have to go through you. Your mama run the show. Miss Dorsey. Miss Dorsey is the boss over there. Miss Dorsey is who I answer to over there.
Giants say that strawberry
How you
lemonade.
don't know?
Because I ain't got, hey.
No, Chris said that to, hey, bro, how you don't know?
Hey, Miss Dorsey run that show over there.
They
Hey.
still want the 12U
They
picks.
say okay.
They
So
still
hey,
want the 12U.
now we still got a lot of other good games. And can we talk about? I mean, real quick, are we watching what the Killeen Cove Chiefs are doing?
Hey man,
Oh,
I told you.
man.
I got
him up.
Hey man,
I
I
wanna
got a
watch what they
chance.
doing.
I told you I got a chance to watch them twice. I got off in their business, bro.
I was gonna bring that up.
They good.
Clean cold
hey.
cheese.
They all good.
Hey man,
They
say
scrappy.
I told y'all off the giddy up. I told y'all off the rip. I like what I saw, man. Say, phenomenal. Who they got this week? Who they playing?
They're playing Southside Ducks.
Southside though.
So are they going to
On
Houston
11.
or
No,
is it
it'll be here.
We talking about the 11U.
So neutral site. Neutral site.
We talking about the
we got the
11U.
Yes, it's a neutral
Clean,
site.
clean cold cheese. Clean cold cheese. They won't be stopped this week. They will not be stopped this week.
I'll go ahead and go next, man. Hey, Ducks, this is no shade on Houston. It's just these Clean Cove Chiefs got to go on the road every single weekend.
And they do it.
And they do it, and they do it well. And this is a neutral site, so y'all not going to have home field, and they going to have home field, so I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Yep.
Well coached team. Well coached team. I
And-
must give them their props.
And I-
Well coached.
And I see somebody saying talk about the East Texas Division. East Texas Division right now, I think, to me, the Canes are they're dominating. It's not even. I mean, you have
we got
somebody.
the junior lines
you have,
matchup.
I say that the Canes and junior lines right now
You took the
overall.
upset, right?
I don't think it's an upset.
Oh,
Canes are good on AU.
Okay.
I don't believe it's an upset. I believe if they win, it's but the junior lines right now are
They rolling.
top to bottom. They
Yeah,
look
they
good.
rolling. Yeah.
Like 6, 8, 10, 12, but the Canes are the same way.
Yeah.
I think those two orgs right now are making it happen. Now Sting has the 12U that's being dominant, and then you got a team over here with an 8U that's being dominant. You know what I'm saying? But overall,
talking about an org.
it's the
Top-
Canes,
yeah,
Canes
yeah.
and junior lines that are running the show over there.
Right.
And it is what it is. That's who's running the show. Big shout out to LT and everybody over there doing what they're doing. Like I said, they just 3-1 this week against Sting.
Shout out to
That tells you what they're doing.
That tell you what they doing
They
right
came
there.
down here. I
Yeah.
believe did they sweep Triple D? When the Canes
Sting.
came, when
Oh, when the
Canes
Canes
came.
came.
And Sting Academy's coming this week to play Oak Cliff Gators at R.L. Anderson.
Oh man, that's gonna be some
So
good
you
ball.
got games going on over there. So it's some games going on across the league. Like we getting down to week 6, 7, 8 now.
Oh, these matter.
It's either you put up a shut up now. You it ain't no we can get it next week. Now you got to get it now, or you're not gonna be a part of that top 6 that makes the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And we've never done it like this. We
Yeah,
cut it
that's
out.
gonna be
We
nice,
went from
though.
8 to 6. So
Yes, yeah.
you go get some. Now we are gonna have the Epilepsy Bowl series where you're gonna have some other games that are gonna get in that action and still get to do some things. But that top 6, it's getting there.
Hey man,
It's
I
getting
like
there.
it.
I was
Hey,
looking at it today when I was going through this. I was like, ooh.
I thought that was rather ingenious though that y'all dropped to 6 because it really tightens up the
does.
competition.
It does.
You
It
know,
makes every
it gets
game
the
count.
parity. Yeah,
It
it
makes
gets
every
the
game
parity even more better. You know what I'm saying?
So you brought up that 9U Bullet Oak Cliff Titans game. Who you got?
I'm not going away from Bullet. Bullet popped DEA last week as I picked.
You did.
And guess what? They're going to be undefeated rolling into the next week.
I
I think
take
the
Bullet
Titans
on
have
that
a good team. The Titans have a good team. They played the Ducks better than I thought they would play the Ducks, to be honest with you. But I think that it's just
still got
I
away
don't think
from
they
it.
have enough just to get over
That-
that hump yet, though.
That Titans team is going to be one of the better teams in the league next year.
That's what I think. I
They're
think they
still
probably
in
get
the
another
building
pickup or
phase.
two. And
They're about 2-3
9U.
pieces
9U
away.
Titans,
To me, they're about
missing
2-3
some
pieces away,
but they
man.
have a
They-
good, solid team,
yeah,
good coaching and everything.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
they just
all
don't-
that's solid.
Like, if everything plays out, if Havoc, which I assume Havoc's going 9U's going to win this week, you got Southside and the Bills. We go see what with Ransom, what y'all gonna do over there. But I think if both of them win this week, and then we got the matchup going into game of the week next week, which probably be that. If both of them undefeated, they gonna be fighting for the #1 spot next week. And 9U.
Our 9U still has to play all them. We still got to play DEA. We
Yep.
got to play Heavy. We playing Southside.
Yeah, because y'all got a makeup game this Sunday that's got to be played. We got it's a lot of man.
I'm gonna say this right here about the 9U division. I believe that Havoc is a presumptive favorite on that level.
Definitely. You got to give them right
I
now.
give them that.
Can we get them
But
on
let
game
me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I've seen some 9U teams play this year. They can be Pop. Straight up.
Southside Ducks.
They can
9U
be
is
Pop.
good.
Yeah, they do good.
Number 21.
You know,
I'm always gonna say
that's
that.
DeMarco too.
Yes.
Our Duckworth. I'm gonna talk about him every week. That kid there is off the chain.
Say, man.
Can we get them on game of the week next week?
Shannon, were you listening?
Okay.
What is Shannon doing, y'all?
I haven't got to see
I'm just saying, if they both win, if they both win this
I
week,
want to see them if
they got
one
it.
of them lose. I haven't got to see that Havoc team or that
You know
Southside.
what? Well, it's not the same if one of them loses this week.
Someone asked, how can you see the rankings?
Go to the website, texasports.info, click on the schedule part, and it should have it somewhere down there. Look for your conference where it say DFW, East Texas, SEC. It has all the different conferences on there. Just hop on there, and you should be able to see all the standings.
Even though I don't have no picks, that Havoc tempo is hell.
Yeah.
When Curry go tempo, it's hell.
That's one of the Havoc orgs that got some big boys.
Yes.
Now, I'm about to say, that's the separator.
I'm going to tell you the
Yes.
truth.
Havoc 9U
And this-
D-line?
They D-line, and when they go tempo,
Yes.
they are running to the line,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
getting set,
Yes.
and they ready for that next one.
Yep.
What I like about that Havoc org, from top to bottom, it's one of the most disciplined orgs. But if the teams that aren't at the top of the division out of that organization, it's because they just don't have enough big boys. And that's the team out of that whole
The
org.
trenches.
They got the trenches to actually get it done. So I'm
They got all the
excited to see
pieces.
it.
I mean,
yeah,
well, you know,
complete
Trenton
squad.
is typically, to me, he's the best player on the field.
Yeah.
When you got Trenton, it shows. I mean, and then you have all the other pieces that, you know, they got other hard running backs. Got a nice quarterback.
Well, I'm
line
gonna say
play.
this right
They
here.
got everything.
Southside Ducks got just as many athletes. So if that happens to be the game of the week in 2 weeks, that's gonna be a barn burner.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
gonna be the best game by far on the 9U level. I'm calling it out right now.
When you get that tempo, let's go in that
Hey,
coach's
but see,
clinic.
here's the
Hey.
difference. I know.
Use them time.
Here's
Hey,
the difference.
hey,
there,
let
are
them get you.
there are coaches that can handle your up tempo. If you are coaching, I done seen up tempo get beat too.
Wait, you're gonna find boy.
Only-
You're gonna find a great coaching matchup with that one.
Yes, that's gonna be one of the best
DeMarco's
matchup.
the head coach of the
Yes.
9U, and then you got Chris over here, the head coach of the 9U over here. So that's gonna be a great coaching matchup that day because both of them been to the top.
Exactly.
Both of them that
Exactly.
made, you know, then
Exactly.
had great teams and did this thing. So this is gonna be a great matchup if it happens.
That's why I say I
You
believe
said
that.
the key thing though too is Southside can match.
They
They can.
match
They
can match
athletes
those
to
players.
They got
athletes.
athletes.
They
Yeah.
got
Now if you
athletes
can't
too.
match them
They
or you
can
can't
match.
match them trenches,
Exactly.
oh, you in trouble because they gonna open up holes for them backs.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah, they gonna open up holes. But if you can match them in them trenches, hey, you
That's
never
gonna
know.
be the matchup if we get that.
Yeah.
Man. So what else do we got going on? I'm trying to think about any other particular matchups. It's a lot going on a little bit everywhere.
Man.
I know. I'm trying to think of who else we got. We said Southside and Bills. We got Havoc with Homecoming. SED going out to Killeen to play CTX United. Trying to think about any other major match. I think we kind of touched on all the matchups for this week. Big shout out to the cheerleaders that competed this past weekend out there at Mansfield Legacy. Big shout out to those. Hey, Lufkin Junior Panthers.
Boy, they are
Lufkin Junior Panthers.
Lufkin
2
Junior
weeks in a row.
Panthers. Hey, they are killing the scene.
2 weeks in
Get
a
in a
row.
competition with them. You might be playing for second. That's how they coming with you. You might be playing for second if you get in a competition with them.
Hey, big man. Hey, that is a great question. Battle of the Mustangs in East Texas. North Texas Mustangs are going to go play Texarkana Mustangs in East Texas.
Shout
Shout
out to Jamal Dean on that 8U team.
Say, North Texas Mustangs are quietly beating everybody down. Quietly.
Yeah.
If you pay Jason, they're not one that speak out on everything. And Jason is one of the most quiet, humble. He's not going.
dude.
Yeah, Jason's not. He runs the best. Jason probably runs the tightest ship in Texas sports.
We're gonna have a
what
semi-pro
I'm saying?
live game coming up.
Jason's
Shout out
cool
to
dude.
Jamal.
Well, I think they got Bullet Week next week for them. Which if you ain't been up on that side of town, that's
Yeah.
That's like old school Carter Kimball. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't realized until I was in the middle of it last year when I found out. But I think that game is at John Powell next week. But that Mustang's going up to Texarkana is going to be a good one. And big shout out to both of them squads. Courtney out there with the Texarkana Mustangs and Jason over there with the North Texas Mustangs. Y'all both are doing y'all thing, and that should be a great matchup.
Hey, Courtney, you got my
Very
phone
class
number. We need to see what's going on out there, man.
Shout out to Jason. Classy organization, man. I love it. Good stuff, man. Always. Never had a problem with y'all.
Hey, Coach Greg Johnson said SED is beating everyone down loudly. Boy.
Yeah.
Say, this joker here, man.
Basically.
And just so you know, we do. I think our last week of the regular season, we'll be over there with them.
Good.
At AJ Sports, we'll be doing our show from there that week. Because guess what? That's Titan week. SED versus Titan. We're going back to the Pop Warner days that week. So we get to have a great matchup.
Older but lighter. That's going to be an older but lighter weekend. Coach Irv, older, but I'm lighter.
But I think we kind of touched on a little bit of everything. All-Star. I'm gonna close it out with All-Star.
That's good. Let's do that.
Texas Sports All-Star, we kind of talked about it a little bit last week. Thank you to everybody who is getting all the nominations in and going through the process. Big shout out to the SEC conference. They way ahead of us. They way ahead of everybody down in DFW.
Shout out to Cookie.
Ahead of everybody in East Texas and Denton and everywhere else. Cookie and them is
They
on the
are
move.
not dragging their feet. They
are going through
on
the
their
process
business.
and doing. But get your nominations in. The process. Everybody should be in the groups with it. Get your nominations in. We have several people reaching out that want to get involved with this thing too. So get the kids in there. We want to make sure that we showcase and highlight all the special kids that we have in this league on December 16th through the 18th. We want to get nominations out ASAP for DFW and East Texas. SECs are already out there.
Yep.
So we want to get those out, get everybody involved. He said, really, y'all not going to pick 12 of you.
I was gonna say, man, please can we pick, because they blowing it up on the
Hey, Greg got a good point. Hey, y'all remember when everybody was beating SED down? Yes. Hey, I think there's one thing to understand. When a lot of people first year here ain't the best. It's hard because you might have been a champion of where you were coming from, and then you come in here and think, oh, it's just football, and it is just football. But it's a lot of guys that take this stuff serious. Yeah. And they put a lot of hours. They're in spring. They're doing spring football. They're doing 7-on-7.
They're in film session.
You know, it's a lot of coaches that really take this thing serious. So it is a difference. You know what I'm saying? It is just youth football, but it is a difference. So, and SED was one of the ones. They took their lumps. First year, it was Greg Clever winning and everybody else. They called SED the one level org for 2 or 3 years.
For a long time, man.
They called them that, and now this joker has turned
Say, man,
everything.
you did your thing, Greg. I must admit, man, I'm proud of what you're doing over there, bro. That's real talk. I'm proud of what you're doing over there, man, from top to bottom, on girls' side, too. They do it on the cheer side as well. So
it's not fun when that rabbit got the good.
Touching on that, Greg. I mean, if people don't realize the avenues that Texas Sports is putting out there for these kids, then y'all are blind. You got 7-on-7, cheerleader competition, big man contest, spring games, all-star games. These kids are playing in state championship games.
And we just locked down a big venue.
These
for the
these
Division
are
II state
avenues that
championships
no
today.
other league is doing. And I'm not blowing smoke, because the proof is in the pudding. They doing it. And this is for our kids, our community. So if you don't respect nothing, respect what these dudes do, and respect the product that's on the field, whether it be the refs, whether it be another parent. Fellowship with the coaches. Like Irv say, the fellowship is at a dismal low.
Yeah.
It's like that much until you lose. It's okay to lose. Everybody can't win.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, go to another league and see what they putting out there. It's leagues copying this league.
Yep.
I never knew what a big man challenge was. And it's shout out Coach Tank, and it's one of the big things.
Tank, Corey,
and
Michelle,
and
they put that
copy it.
together. They created that stuff.
What they did, because 7-on-7, you got skilled players. They said, you know what?
We need to look out for the big boys.
Let's do something for our big boys.
Exactly. Pro kid.
They said, where's the D2 championship gonna be held?
Pro kid.
I'll let y'all know here pretty soon
But
next week.
speaking on that, when
We got some special
So you
stuff
have
for
to watch
everybody
me.
next
When I'm
week.
speaking on D2, want to make sure City Division teams that are in Texas sports, talking to you, Cookie, down in SEC, Denton County, we want to pick y'all games too. And y'all ain't sending us in y'all matchups. So make sure get in contact with either Texas Sports or Semi-Pro Live. Send us y'all major matchups. We want to pick your matchups as well. Y'all part of Texas sports. We gotta make everybody feel.
I might have to make me a trip down to South Texas, man. Just
This is the best.
you
it's
know
probably
what?
the
Just
best
cause I
place
want to
to
get
sit.
away, and guess what?
Dana, can you pick the 12U game,
Guys,
please?
Chris,
Can we pick the 12U game? They are blowing
here we go. 12U TCU versus Bullet.
I wanna stay
12U
neutral.
TCU versus Bullet. Channing, what you got? Before Chris over here starts talking
Well,
real
so
bad.
take
Now
this
y'all
off right
know
quick.
what's
So
his
TCU,
name
I-
will pop up on the show.
I know,
Is he out
man.
there?
No, we ain't in Fort Worth. You can't run up here.
We're not worried about
Look,
it.
man, I picked TCU on the 10U level, but Bullet is the returning champions. They've got some big name ads.
What you mean returning
They're
champion?
not returning
TCU's the returning champion.
TCU the returning champions. Oh, well, I'm gonna stick with Tarrant County then. They way out there in Saxon, man. They can't get at me. You know what I'm saying?
Who you got, Irv?
You pick first.
T, who you got? You the guest.
Man, I love their game. Like I said, I've seen TCU play. You know, Bullet's my dog, but TCU just too physical, man.
Okay.
Them kids too physical. And when finesse meets physicality, it's hard. Like y'all said, if you can't match up in them trenches, it's gonna be a long day. Like I said, I haven't seen Bullet. But I gotta go TCU. I love you, T.
So is this gonna count on the record, or this just an extra pick we're making?
This is just the extra pick. We're not
Oh,
we're not
just an
putting- we're not
extra
putting
pick
this
we're
in.
making. Even though it's an extra
He said we
pick.
can't
And
trust him. He don't know this.
look.
You can't trust me. You can't.
Hey, he guest picking right now, Alex. He just guest picking.
Even though it's an extra pick,
I was in the woods.
even though it's an extra pick, I kind of agree with my fellow coach over here. That physicality, but guess what? Brock and them boys over there, they're gonna be the difference maker. I'm gonna take this out. Shout out to Triple D United.
Man, he just trying to show off the hairline.
Whatever. Tarrant County United on 12U as well.
No, they said it's not Tarrant County United
Well,
no more. It's the team.
You know what? We said this wasn't a pick.
And uplift.
Nah, you can't make this no pick.
No, this won't count on our
Takes
record.
his mom and she officially changed it.
But
We can make this a
we
pizza
can
party.
make this a pizza party.
We
Yes.
can make this a pizza party game because
We got to get Corey's pick.
Corey picked TCU.
No, on 10U. He didn't pick
Oh,
it on 12. This is
If I know
12 we
Corey,
talking-
he'll pick TCU, but we ain't gonna count his pick right now.
Yeah.
But here's what I think happens. I think
Let's make it a pizza party.
it's a pizza party game.
It's a
TCU
pizza
wins.
party game.
This is the first time I'm picking against Bullet, and I'm sorry. But you know what happens? Bullet gets him in the second game.
When it's for
TCU wins this game, Bullet gets him in the
guess
second
what?
game. But I'm going TCU. Pizza
Coach
party
T.
game.
Coach Terrence, y'all win this ball
We will
game.
be
We
out
will
there.
deliver that pizza to your 12.
We'll be out there in
squad.
Rowlett.
Man,
Let us
that's
know.
far, bro. You just
we
volunteer.
Hey,
deliver
man, hey, that's what we gonna do.
We got to do the show out there, man. We
Hey,
got
I'm
to stay.
with that. I'm with that.
Oh,
Hey!
Hey, you hear that? One bite.
Did y'all hear that?
Hey, we'll have the pizza there for you, Bullet.
Oh,
What's that?
and wings.
Oh, pizza and wings. You hear that?
Well, hold on. Hey, we can just give the kids the pizza. We can keep the wings for us.
That's fine.
We gonna eat the wings, but we got y'all on the pizza though.
He said, "Don't change your mind now. Pick Bullet." No, Alex, you can't tell me who to pick.
One
I got my
bite
hat.
has already stepped up to the challenge. If Bullet Academy
Ooh,
12U wins
Terrence
the
said
ball
bring
game,
dessert too.
he has already offered to sponsor the pizza as well as wings. We will deliver that on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm gonna tell. I mean, I would have picked Bullet, but they didn't give me any free stuff yet, so it's kind of awkward.
Boy, listen, boy.
Well, my pick
Uh-oh.
to the referees.
You can't pick these games.
This is going to be a physical game. Keep your head on the swivel and make sure we're making good calls out there. Do the best you can. It will be a physical game. Both of these teams are physical.
Yes.
And
Well
they will-
coached.
And well coached. Both teams are well coached. Well coached. So do a great job out there, which I know you guys will, but it will be a physical game. Don't let them big old kids intimidate you.
Look,
Kids, he ain't talking about the coaches.
And I'm gonna say this: it's not gonna be a blowout at all.
Either way, it's not.
It's not. It's gonna be a physical game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be one mistake happen. It's gonna let's go cost the game.
He said,
You know that's how good games go.
So the team that makes the fewest errors.
Fewest errors.
We're looking for the team with the fewest errors on this 12U game is gonna win.
Hey, my bad. Hey, Terrence, I ain't even mean to disrespect, man. Your daddy had them
the
smoky
pasta.
noodles.
That's
Hey,
right.
shout out to
to Mr. Bullet.
Look, if I didn't pick your team, Mr. Bullet, he got a restaurant over at the Farmer's Market. Not a restaurant.
Yes.
He's serving up at the Farmer's Market.
That food was
Smoky
good.
noodles. Man.
Dallas Farmers Market.
Dallas Farmers Market.
Right there.
Get out there. You can find Daddy Bullet out there serving up hot
Smoky
pasta.
noodles.
Smoky
Smoky
noodles.
noodles.
And he does it in a way where you don't have to eat it fresh. He actually, I think he has it fresh there, and he has it where you can take it home. It's already made. You just have to put it into the microwave. So
Awesome.
great meals out
Prepackaged.
there.
Okay.
Pre-packaged if you're trying to do meal prep.
One more thing, just I think that's all I picked. We ain't picking no more this week. We done picked enough games. But once again, all stars. I'm gonna keep going in on it.
Can we get the balance
We gotta
in?
get it in, y'all. Get the stuff in, coaches. Get with your president. Send it in, and we just want to make
Or
sure
you
everybody
will not have
understands it.
graphics if you don't get it in.
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. So,
That's the
so
producer.
hey, we start putting kids out, and your kid ain't on it. Don't get mad at us.
Just like the Baby Bowl when y'all was mad.
Do not prevent your kids from being a part of something very big.
oh, man.
This is a first-time thing for Texas sports, and it's gonna be over the top. Trust me, you do not want to prevent your kids from doing
What questions you got, T?
Explain it more as a coach, because like I said, we've seen y'all put that out, but the way it was explained to us in our group, it wasn't really understood. So explain, how do we nominate, and we nominate one kid for a position, or we are nominating all positions?
Okay, so you want to go where?
I'll do it. I got it. Okay, this is how it works, Coach T. You will be nominating a total of 22 starting players.
That's what
You will be nominating 11 starting on offense, starting from the quarterback, so forth, all the way through. 2 tackles, 2 offensive tackles, 2 offensive guards, and so forth, as well as on the defensive side. And that goes 2 safeties, 2 corners, 3 linebackers, 2 D ends, 2 D tackles. Now, the additional 3 players will be nominated, or y'all will nominate kids. Some won't make it in their position, but it will be a total of 5 that will be voted on by the fans to fill up those 3 positions to make a total roster of 25. Okay? So once we get that, when we get to 25, we're gonna do numbers from 0 to 24, so it ain't gonna be no uniforms. Everything's already done. What's gonna happen is those starters on offense must play the entire first half, as well as on defense. The only substitutes that you'll be able to have will be those 3 players that are designated as substitutes. Okay?
Gotcha.
And then after that first half, then it's free fall. You can sub as you desire.
And Chris had a great question. Thank you, Chris. Is it D1 and D2, or is it together?
I think
D1 as in what? D2 will be an age per
Everything
all-star
age
as well. So to say that it's a D1 and a D2, I'm
I
not
think-
really
I think that's
understanding
No,
what
it's separated.
it will
is a
be.
D1.
Everybody, I mean,
I think he's saying are they going to be mixed? So TCU kids going to be playing with,
No.
that's
No.
what I think that's what
Each
he's
conference.
asking.
Think
each
about it by
conference.
conference.
No, that's what Chris asked.
It will
Okay, yeah.
be
Think
by
about it by
conference.
conference, y'all.
it will be by conference, y'all.
So when you break it, like how you said, when you're breaking it down, and understand, everybody's not gonna know every player. So just like he said, hey, you got 22 here and 22 there. If you don't know somebody, or you don't think that person on your, don't just nominate to be nominated. So understand that you're trying to get the best kids that you know about, because you may not know a kid from the Ballers, but somebody else who played them may know it. So if you have a D tackle position and you don't feel that, hey, I don't have anybody, or I haven't seen anybody that's right there right now, don't put nobody in there. Because guess what? It's all gonna get, all the coaches are nominated. So it's gonna get, we're gonna get the best kids out of the group.
get filled.
It's gonna get filled. They're gonna have a cuts, and then they'll break it down, and then they'll get into the war rooms, and they'll break all the kids down to get the best 25 to represent that conference, because that's really what it is. Traditionals coming together in DFW to create their all-star team. Traditionally, East Texas is coming together to make their all-star team. Division I is coming together to make their all-star team. You know what I'm saying? So on and so on. So
Do not allow your kid to miss that recognition. for being an all-star.
It's a
Yeah.
statewide.
Yes,
From
this is-
South
yes.
Texas out to
Denton.
yes, everywhere.
Statewide, this
everywhere.
kid will
Down
be
to the
recognized
valley,
on this platform
up
as an
to-
all-star. Do not allow your kid to miss this.
He said D1 All-Star, we play D2
And can you
All-Star.
guys give
We
us the
have,
dates again?
December 16th through the 18th, and we have some leagues that are going to be jumping in. So, if we might not have to go D1 versus D2.
They're thinking
you know?
that we're gonna have to play each other. That's not necessarily so. Okay, just know that we have other outside leagues that want to partner with their all-star to play us. So it's not necessarily that we're playing ourselves. So get that out of your mind. Okay.
So yeah, it's,
Get that
it's
out
a,
of your
It's
mind.
a lot in the works right now, but it's definitely set. And it's definitely ready to roll. And we're going to have actually an all-star show once we get all the name nominations. It's not a tryout. I saw that winners tryout. It's not a tryout. This is based off of nomination and off of gameplay.
It's like the NFL Pro Bowl.
Yes,
They voted.
think about it. About
This
the
is
Pro
an
Bowl.
honor to be a part of
it's
this.
It's not.
You will be
if
recognized
you
as
got the
an
money to
all-star
pay or doing those things. It's not,
if
it's
your
not
work
about
is
that.
put that in.
Speaking of pay, you guys are accepting sponsors. How can someone become a sponsor for the
If
city?
you're looking to sponsor the event, because we definitely are trying to make this where nobody has anything coming out of pocket. So just reach out to us. You can reach out to me, 940-442-7447, or inbox me, inbox Texas Sports, and we'll get you set with the appropriate people that's going to be able to get you out there and get you to the right spot to help these kids out with the situation.
Sponsorships at all levels.
Yes, we take all levels are going to be open, and we'll have that ready. It's ready to roll now. How do you nominate? You give it your president. Your president has the process already. He said, "Why Irv so angry?"
I'm really not angry at all. I'm just trying to get the information out as thoroughly as possible. I'm not angry at all. Matter of fact, you can come buy me a drink if you want. How about that?
Hey man, we about to go and get ready to close this thing out, but we right here we do have the owner of One Bites who just came on in to sponsor the pizza party if Bullet can pull it off next week.
Pizza party again. It's on One Bites. I'm adding wings to it.
Ooh.
Y'all know the panel got wings. Refs, if you call a good game, y'all got wings too, because we got refs in the building today.
Okay. So we know we getting a good game.
So y'all know we gonna get the right calls. It's a pizza party. Once again, every Wednesday, my guys will be here. If they're not at a different site, y'all come out, enjoy these excellent ass wings that we got.
Yes.
Are we doing watch parties
Hey,
here?
next
Regardless if
Wednesday,
we here or not.
we're putting it out now. Next Wednesday, we're gonna be here, and we want to go and pack it on out. We want to bring everybody in and let's have fun this week.
And
Hold
how
on,
can
hold
they
on. Wait.
pre-order wings?
Okay, you can always pre-order wings because we just got on Uber Eats. We just got on Uber Eats, so you can go on Uber Eats. Now, one quick thing, you gotta have my team come in here 1 week.
Have it?
Who you want?
You gotta
Hey,
have
Kurt,
DeSoto have
they in
it.
here next week.
Okay, DeSoto have it. Let's go, baby. DeSoto have it. Let's go, baby.
He DeSoto graduate, just like you. He big time on DeSoto. But next week we plan. We want to bring everybody in. We go have all the staff. Everybody gonna be here. We gonna have some fun next weekend for that show. We got a lot of special things coming in next week. Like I say, we're gonna have the head coach of Xavier University, their cheer. He's gonna be coming in talking about some things. We go get some feeds from down in Houston. We gonna have corporate stuff. We're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff going on next week, and it's gonna be an awesome show next week. So we thank y'all for tuning in today. We thank y'all for the questions. We thank y'all for the input. We thank y'all for everything, and stay tuned for next week. We'll see you. Have fun this weekend. Anybody else got anything else?
Hey man, great show, man. Hey, let's get better, man.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's for the betterment of everybody. Let's get it in.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Oh, and one more thing. Thank y'all.
Thank
Samurai
you.
Pro and Texas Sports Live, man. Y'all are wonderful. Thank y'all
Appreciate
for coming to One Bites. Remember, One Bites, we're here. Right
Thank
here
you for
in Duncanville,
having
303 South Cedar Ridge Drive. We right in between the KFC and the Taco Bell. Right here on Cedar Ridge and Wheatlands. Y'all come see us, man. We're here.
Go online and follow them. One Bites, man. We'll see y'all next week.
All right. Oh, available for booking next weekend. We got full this weekend. Appreciate everybody who reached out to us.
Live here at Irvin Nimitz Stadium, and I'm with. Hey, I'm with one of who's becoming one of my favorite players in this little league thing. He's on the 10U level. Introduce yourself to him.
My name's Jaden Peters,
And what position do you play, Jay?
quarterback.
For what team?
The Irving Ballers.
The Irvin Ballers 10U starting quarterback. And man, I must say I've been impressed with your play. I've seen quite a bit of quarterback savvy when I watch you play. Tell me, And how would you like to state your claim? I think you're one of the best, if not the best, quarterback on the 10U level. Tell me what it is that you would say state your claim to that.
Like what do you mean about that?
When I say that, what qualities or skills you have as quarterback puts you in the conversation for being a 10U best quarterback?
I can throw, I can run. I'm like the fastest kid on the team. I can run, I can hit, I can.
So what position do you play on defense?
I play linebacker. I mean linebacker.
Linebacker. So you bring that thought out? That's what you bring? Hey man, say I just watched your football IQ on offense, and I must admit today with the 28-0 victory, not only that was an impressive win. You also went down there and took care of Sting as well, didn't you?
Yes.
When y'all traveled to East Texas or whatever, y'all.
We traveled to Louisiana.
To Louisiana, you took care of Sting. They not pushovers. Hey man, I think the world deserves notice of Jaden. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
You gonna keep putting on that type of performance?
Yep.
Well, hey, you can't say that Coach Irv didn't do his part, right? I got the interview with you, right?
Yes.
You gonna show the world?
Yep.
Can I expect to see you on that All-Star team?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you heard it first from Jaden himself. Hey, he's a baller, for real. Straight dog. Number 2, 10U quarterback for the Irving Ballers. Keep your eyes peeled.